fall out the sky onto my heart to cover up what I don't wanna show. I let you in deeper than I let anyone else before. Loaded up with my broken pieces, took them all and made them yours. Didn't know what my heartbeat needed, skipping out, no I can't keep score. When I lose my breath, boy, you got me breathing. Oh, every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Every little thing you do, every time you hold me, take me higher, higher. Ooh, you take me higher. Ooh, you take me higher, baby. You take me higher. Ooh, you take me higher, baby. You take me higher. Ooh, you take me higher, baby. You take me higher. Yeah, you take me higher, baby.
You know, I'm fully aware that it's going to be hellfire and brimstone tomorrow because we really got to go ahead and get back into these subjects. We really got to get back into it. We really going to have to tackle it. We really going to have to discuss it and everything else. So, for that reason and that reason only, today's show is just going to be full of laughter, full of excitement, full of controversy. We just gonna laugh our heads off and enjoy ourselves, so we can refresh and redo and get ready for tomorrow. So, with that all said, welcome to Saturday Night Vibe, the progressive news show with Let's Be S3. I am your host, Marlon, along with Anna, Tracy, and Thea's the main mafia together today, tonight, whatever, tonight. And I'm going to do something a little different because I noticed somewhat, I've been getting emails and everything else. I noticed that we've been getting it, people are getting a little tired of the whole am I a hole when it comes to my parents left me when I was old and now they want me because I won the lottery and I became a billionaire and should I let them in and all that kind of stuff. So
Mhm.
this is what I did to change it. And I came across it accidentally, but it was just intriguing to me. And that is, are people that they're saying, they was did wrong. Not gonna deny that. They did wrong. But did their response to how they was did wrong, did it go too far? Like, was it necessary to respond the way they responded? So that's what we're going to discuss today is, was their reaction just a bit too, did they go too far with their response? Not saying it wasn't justified, just did they go too far with it? So before we even get started, let's go ahead and see how everybody's doing. Anna, how's everything?
Doing pretty good. I mean, can't complain because I think, got up to 81 today as a high. So compared to the rest of the country, I'm happy in my temperature controlled house for medical reasons. So, um, I'm doing good.
And
Thank
you
you.
got yourself a new area there.
Yeah, I changed my angle, so you see what kind of my Wolfie in the back.
Okay. Tracy, how's everything going?
It's going.
Oh, look at her, Tracy. What's going on?
Tracy is ready for tomorrow. That's
I,
all.
Oh,
I I'm ready.
oh,
Please
okay.
say. I got one question. Are we
Hmm?
going to talk about the Arizona Republican governor's race debate? That will put all types of smiles on my face.
You should have put that in tonight.
Cause that hilarity, you're pulling at 0%. No, 1%. Thank you.
You know what? I may got to find it and show it tomorrow. I didn't get a chance to do that today, but yeah.
When I rewatched it under Tracy's suggestion and totally rethought, and I wasn't getting angry or it was hilarious.
The whole thing is hilarious.
So
I mean,
whole thing.
I
I
felt
was
down today, but I'm watching that because I got to live somewhere. But besides that, I'm doing okay.
all right. Theus,
I feel fine, other than a little confused. I don't know what the hell going on.
about the what the race thing?
Oh, I mean,
They had a bunch of loser Republicans that's running for the
Wait.
race in
no,
Arizona.
not that part.
Oh,
That part I'm up on. But whatever it is that has Tracy upset. But it's cool.
I'm saving
But I'm
it.
overall, I'm straight.
Yeah, I'm upset about personal things that nobody on the panel can do anything about.
Hmm.
Oh, and some political stuff, but hey, that's just me.
uh,
That's just being a good human being.
okay.
Well, Marlon, how are you, sir?
How are you?
I'm confused as hell about what Tracy just said because I'm trying to figure out what the hell did I do wrong.
You didn't do. Nobody on this panel did anything
Oh,
wrong.
I thought you literally said because the people on this
When
panel.
I
I'm
say
like,
personal, I mean stuff outside the four of us. I don't
oh,
mean you. Okay, Marlon. So what you did?
I'm trying to figure like, what did I do?
If any of you did something wrong, don't you think I would have said, "Hey, that upset me"?
Yep, you would. That's
Yeah,
why I was
thank
saying. That's why I was confused. Like, okay, so
I
did I?
don't hold back. I don't do that hold back stuff real well. I don't do well
Nah.
at that at all.
All right, let's see who's all out there. What's going on here? Uh, she's a little late, but she was still first today. Um, and as always, please tap that like button. And it was the best booty you ever did see.
You read it anyway.
No,
Please
that
tap the like button like it was the best
Best
booty
booty
you
you ever
ever did see. Consent
give.
given.
y'all been hanging around thieves too long.
No, don't blame this one on me. This ain't me.
Nope.
No,
I
that's
talked to
not
my
what
girl today.
I don't have no problem reading that one. You have to read this one because I don't know where you was going with this one.
Really?
Turtle
Whichever path
Island
you
is what
follow
the indigenous peoples call America.
Americas
on
The
the
mother
mother.
and
continent is
mother
Africa.
continent, Africa,
So just warm wishes to the whole world.
Yeah,
to the
just
whole world.
Oh, okay.
Whatever path you walk on this turtle island, on that mother continent, or any isle in between, we welcome you.
So basically, she's saying, screw Australia, screw
That's an island.
Antarctica,
Technically an island.
but they're not between us and Africa.
Is there somebody living in Antarctica?
Well, I
yes,
mean, there's
people do.
researchers who live
Yeah,
there.
there's
Usually,
researchers that live in Antarctica on purpose.
I
You
wasn't
think I
leaving
would like cold?
anybody out.
She's
From
not
pole,
leaving. She's
pole.
welcoming the whole.
I'm being sarcastic. She means the whole world.
She, he's
She's
sleeping
got
with
the
that,
whole world in her hands. She's got the whole world in her hands.
including Ukraine. Hello, Mickey. How
Hi,
are you?
Mickey.
Mickey said I had
Hello.
a hell of a week. Two first early in the week. Bo replied to my comment today. I was able. Wow. I know this
Wow,
with my
girl.
brother wisdom, my spew. It probably was, Hannah.
Mm-hmm.
But they both laughed at the response to a wise and sarcastic comment I made. Oh well, I'll take my wins where I can. That part, Nikki, that's all I do.
Of course, Mickey.
Telling everybody hello.
Hello, Mickey.
Hey,
Hey,
Susan.
Susan.
Hello.
Hello, hello.
All right, well, without further ado, let's get this party started. Okay, so it's not to trigger Tracy. I'm not going to play the Am I the A-hole introduction so she could go through the whole, I can't read that. So
I
we're going to,
never said I can't read that.
you
I
said,
said his voice is annoying, but I never said I can't read that.
no, I'm talking about the introduction. When you keep saying it's wrong.
The
Oh, I'm correct.
So
You
I'm
are.
not even going to play it. I'll play it tomorrow
Oh,
because she'll already be upset. So it won't matter then.
mm-mm-mm.
So we're going to get into the first one. And once again, when I'm emphasizing, I want to make the rules or the understanding very clear. We are not saying that the person did not have a right to say something or do something. What I want you to figure out is, did they go too far with what they said? So,
With the reaction?
with their reaction, did they
Okay.
go too far with their reaction? So, here's the first one.
So, I'm a 31-year-old woman, and I recently got married to my husband, Scott, who's 36. Before I met him, I was engaged to my former fiancé, Martin. But we broke it off because this relationship was sort of pushed by my family because he's a doctor and he comes from a wealthy family. When our relationship ended, my mom was devastated. She did her best to bring me back together with my ex. For example, she lied to Martin about me being pregnant to save us. That was years ago now, and we're all on good terms, including Martin. Mom has a bit of tension towards Scott. She treats him well, but constantly makes passive, nagging comments about him. She compares him to Martin all the time, which bothers both of us, but we try to let it slide. Mom kept telling Scott about the diamond ring, the new car, and the bank account that Martin got for his fiancée, and kept sending him photos saying how generous Martin is to his fiancée, and then compared him to Scott and what he'd done for me. I told her to stop doing this, and she apologized. Last week, we were over at my parents' house for a social gathering. Lots of our relatives came and we had dinner. At the dinner table, Mom asked Scott if he saw the text that she sent him the other day, and he said that he was sorry, but he didn't notice it. She told him to check it right then and read it out loud so everyone at the table could hear. He took out his phone and started reading the text out loud. Her text mentioned how Martin got his fiancée a new house and how generous he was. Then it said that Martin is younger than Scott, yet he was able to buy a house. Basically, it was shaming Scott for his inability to buy a house. She wrapped up by saying that Martin maybe wasn't so bad for me after all. I was shocked, and Scott was obviously pissed. However, he didn't lash out or anything. He just looked at the text, smiled, and said, "You know, what gets me about this entire text is how you were a public educator for 30 years, yet you can't differentiate between the passive you and the contraction you''re. Good God, the thought of all the children that must have been left behind. Everyone at the table burst into laughter, and Mom's face went pale. She decided to leave the table. Then she and my sister started yelling at me, saying that Scott was being awfully rude, and I need to get him to apologize immediately for embarrassing Mom at the table. I refused to tell him to apologize, then pointed out how she was being judgmental towards him. She defended herself, saying that she was just letting him know and he had no confidence and took it personally. I left, but I kept getting told to talk to him and get him to apologize for what he did.
No, I'm already flipping her off.
Sounds like a good wife. Sounds like a mother who runs unchecked. And I mean, it is what it is, man. The way he played it was probably the best way to play it because it wouldn't even occur to me. First of all, I wouldn't have read the text because I know I got animosity with this lady. So I would have opened it up and looked at it, because that's an elder telling me to do something. All right, cool. I'd look at it, and then I would close it. And if she says something about me not reading it out loud, I would look at my wife and I'd be like, I'm about to leave. Are you ready to go?
Tracy?
This mother-in-law. Look here, Mother Jefferson. Don't nobody need you sitting around here being all judgmental. Why did they even go to her house for dinner? Why are they accepting calls for her? She's made her choice.
Family.
If she wanted Martin so bad, maybe she should have married Martin instead of the daughter. What is she talking about? Girl, sit down somewhere and shut up. That Scott, he acted appropriately. It wasn't bitter. I would have did the same thing, although I wouldn't have called the you are and your. I wouldn't have called that, but I would have did exactly the same thing. Apologize for what? Her? Girl, Bob, sit down.
Anna?
I'm along the same lines of he did nothing wrong, spoke his mind, did it peacefully, calmly. I don't think I would have even given a response, honestly. Yeah. Uh, like Theo said, you would have known what's coming. Been getting these texts for a while of her reading them, and that's
Yeah.
not right.
Yeah, because the only thing is like, as a husband, you try not to, put your wife in a bad position, you know, even though that this is something that she doesn't agree with, you don't agree with it, saying
And
the whole
all of her
nine.
family is trying to put her in a bad situation, is what it
Yeah.
sounded.
So, he did what he could to stand up for himself, but not make his wife become the center of having to get between him and the mother-in-law. So, I
Yeah,
mean, that was some epic
that was some.
protecting your wife and checking your mother-in-law, type stuff, you know. But that'd have been the last time they saw me at a family function.
I just want to know, does she want to sleep with Martin herself? That's pretty much what I'm asking. Because she sure threw that up. He's getting, he bought her a house and a diamond. Girl!
No,
Girl, do
she
you?
just regrets that she made a bad marrying decision,
But
and
that wasn't a
like,
bad marriage decision.
no, no, the
No, her
mom,
son and mother.
the mom didn't. You said the mom probably married for love,
Who said she was
and
married, though? She could have been a single mother.
she could have been. Hell, I don't know, but the mom's probably married for love, got left on her ass because she's a bitter, mean lady. And so now she's like, nah, screw marrying for love. You need to marry for access. So she pushing that. I've seen that. I've seen
Mm.
that crap play out. So whatever, man.
She wants Martin for herself. That's what the whole problem is. She's bitter, she's trifling, she's nasty. Nasty acting. How you gonna sit there? I sent you a text in front of the whole family. I'd be like, no, I'm not reading this right now. It's not the time. No, I probably would have read it, but like, you spelled this and this and this and this wrong. See, she want to bring out the petty. That's what she want to do. She wants to bring out the petty.
No,
Well
she one of
said.
them people that thinks that she can throw rocks and not get called on it. That's what
Yeah.
she think. Because don't nobody else check her. But she
See,
ran up against Scott, and Scott was like, yo, let's do this.
here's the only person, and this is my opinion, that everybody left out of this thing, and that is the wife. This been going on, this whole situation and all this talk. It went on way too long. It really has gone on way too long. This daughter really should have pulled her mama to the side and just said, "Look, stop it, or we're not showing up anymore. This is my husband. You ain't got to like him. I'm the one who got to lay beside him, not you." And all this texting and talking and blah 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 and Martin and all this other stuff. I ain't married Martin. I married Scott. And you still talking about Martin. It's irritating me. It's irritating him. You need to stop even bringing it up, period. And I don't
Okay.
mean once in a while. I mean, you need to stop bringing it up, period. Martin has even moved on, got married. So I don't need to hear any more about what Martin did, what Martin got, what Martin bought, what Martin did. I don't need to hear this anymore because I'm not married to Martin.
Yeah, I hear you, dog. But
Hmm.
you're
That
still
mother in
talking about
Lost Lake.
somebody's mother. So
No, this is a side conversation. I ain't saying do it all in front of
no,
everybody
I'm
and
not.
stuff
I
like
didn't say
that.
you did. I didn't say you did. I'm saying that the way you positioned it is, the daughter taking her mom head on, right? And what do they gain out of that one too? So it's like I see where you coming from, but I'm also seeing like this is obviously them trying not to set the whole family on fire because the mom is mean like that. Because everybody know their mama's basic like this. They know the mama basic. So it's like either you pull her aside and set the whole family on fire, or you keep trying to deal with it. And then it got to the point where it got
Yeah,
dealt with.
I'm gonna have to
But
do something rare, and that's agree with Martin. Oh, I can't believe I said that
who's
out loud.
Martin? Martin's
Marlon,
the
I have to
oh,
agree with Marlon on this. She should have checked that mother. It's a way to go to your parents and say, "Hey, look, you can't do this. This is wrong. This is not the way you should be
but didn't
doing
they say
this."
they did that? At some point she had done that earlier.
But
And the
obviously,
mom just ignored it.
then do it again. And if she keeps doing it, say, "Look, okay, you go. We know the pattern you're gonna establish. Don't call me. Don't text me. Don't write to me. Don't anything me until you respect that this is my husband. We're together, and that's it." That mother should have been checked a long time ago. But yeah, trying not to hurt her feelings, she she made it worse because Scott had to do basically what she didn't have the courage to do. Scott did it
Yeah.
perfect. He had the perfect reaction. But it should never have came to that because she should have checked her mother and said, "Hey, look, I know you my mother and everything, but you wrong on this one. Just because you wanted to marry Martin don't mean I had to marry him. I'm still gonna go unless she wanted to marry him." She was like, "He's a doctor, and doctors work long hours. Doctors often cheat on their spouses. What is she talking about? What if they got together and feel like?" I'm talking about if I watch TV shows. Okay, I'm just going by that. But anyway,
A really good example.
um, doctors do all kinds of stuff. Um,
People do all kinds of stuff.
yeah, people do all kinds of stuff. What if he had abused her or cheated on her? So she would have still said, "Oh, yeah, marry him. He's a doctor." What does that mean? He's a doctor. Is he a podiatrist or a surgeon? Is he? I mean, what is she talking about? Obviously, money is more important to her than her daughter, because she
You,
would never
you,
say.
you have people who do things like that when they say doctor and lawyer, they never get into the dynamics of it. Like
You could
my
be a
husband, my
podiatrist.
husband is a lawyer.
What's wrong with being a podiatrist?
Nothing's wrong with being a podiatrist.
Still a doctor.
Absolutely,
And if you got diabetes, a podiatrist might be your best friend.
absolutely.
Just saying.
But
But
she's just making it all about money. He bought her a house and a car.
The mom is
Those are
looking at it possibly one of two ways. I'm gonna give her the most charitable way, which is I don't think is what it is she's looking at it from the standpoint of wanting the best lived experience for her daughter. And she's not looking at the emotional side of it. She's looking at the tangible side of it. Then the more uncharitable way is it's all about her. And the fact that she's attacking the son the way that she is, it's always about her. She's the center of the universe. So for her, it's how much she would be able to brag about having a doctor for a son, how much she'll be able to brag about how nice her daughter's house is. You know what I'm saying? It's all about her.
and
That's what I think she's really on. But
she's looking for a place to live in her elderly years. Like they're gonna
um,
take care of me.
A lot of parents are.
I thought now because I thought you was actually going to go economically by saying, the one way to look at it is that hey, he's a doctor and buy her a house and everything, so you need to break off some change to dear old mother-in-law.
Yeah.
Y'all have the economy to do it compared
odds
to
are that's not her concern because she'll get it by indirect. I mean, I'm just going by the different people I've met over the years or interacted with, working in the bank for all these years and dealing with people who brush up against, some money. Like there's a break point with money that I found. Like you got people who make anything less than 100,000, and they're usually pretty normal and chill. And then you get the people who make 100,000, and they're like complete buttholes. Something about that number. Then they cross over 200,000 and they're chill again. So, mom, I think is chasing clout. It's an opportunity to have something to brag about, especially if you look at, now I'm going to layer something in here, which I think fits, but I don't have any basis for saying it. Especially in the white community where you're dealing with money. Okay. Not just white people general, because there's Black, white, Asian. I don't know about Asian. Black and white, we are very similar communities. But when it comes to that money, though, man, it's all about your daughter marrying up. It's built into the religion. It's built into the culture. It's what it's been. Even going all the way back to when they were in Europe. So, mom might have that flowing through her veins on some. I just want my grandchildren to have no worries for money. My daughter to have the best whatever. But she ain't thinking about my daughter's going to be miserable. She's going to be popping pills to go to sleep. He going to, lie to her every time he feel like it. She's not thinking about that, I don't think. But anyway, either way, she's a toxic woman and whatever.
Many people would be very surprised to learn the truth of marriage just past a few hundred years ago. The rules were ridiculous in everywhere from Europe to China to India.
Globally, women are treated as a commodity item anyway. They're like an accessory item. And we're headed back that way. And you got women here in America who are signing on for that crap. But that's usually because of their religious crap that they tied into. But look around the world, man. Look around the world, man. We just left Afghanistan. We know what's going on there. Mm-hmm. Girls can't even drive a car. They can't even go to school. In Africa, they were having the same issue in Nigeria with Boko Haram. So it's a problem with power, a power imbalance. And because men are physically stronger, we abuse that and translate it into pure power, which is, it's unfortunate, but.
And she wanted Martin for herself.
Okay, we're gonna
she
move
did.
On to
she just bragged all about his money. I'm like, girl, you want him for yourself, don't you? You wish you could.
Why everybody got to want to sleep with somebody?
That's what all these videos are based off of.
So good segue into this next video.
You're right, Tracy. Though it is kind of like Jerry Springer live,
Good segue into this next video, Tracy, because this is exactly what he is. This actually, and what's so funny about, well, I'm not even gonna say it. I want to see if anybody else catch it, but let's get on to the next video.
I'm a 19-year-old girl, and Kyle, who's 22, is a distant relative. Well, he's actually my stepdad's cousin's child. I've never really been around him much, though, just the odd family get-together. We hadn't seen each other for a while, but we saw each other at a wedding a few months ago. He got drunk and kept hitting on me, saying how hot I was and how he'd love to get to know me better. I rolled my eyes and kept trying to get away from him, but he kept following me throughout the day. Later on, he got someone to give him my number, and he kept on messaging me. I complained to my stepdad, who shrugged it off. Some people even thought that it was cute or funny, which just encouraged him to act even more outrageous. A few days later, he started sexting me and sending me nudes. What's worse was people who were at the wedding would tease me like it was some kind of grand joke. About a month or two later, I finally had enough, and I sent everyone who mocked me nudes of Kyle. Every time my family made fun of me and Kyle in the group chat, I sent a Kyle nude. My aunt thought that we would make a cute couple, Kyle nude. His parents, who had raised him to be this sucky person, Kyle nude, plus the lewd texts. My stepdad even received a printed picture on his pillow. I've had a few family members tell me off, telling me how gross it was sending them nudes of Kyle, and how I invaded his privacy. Although the younger generation of cousins has taken to posting memes about him, such as, when there's a family reunion and you can't decide which one of your cousins to bang, or edited versions of his pictures, such as a small leaf covering his bits. And then OP adds an edit. I tried to block him, but he kept creating fake accounts and contacting me on different areas of social media. I've already told him off for hitting on me, only to receive a nude of him saying, "Bet if you had a taste, you would like it." Alright, OP.
There's nothing funny about sexual assault and harassment. So, this is a situation where she's subjected to this crap, but because she's a woman, nobody takes it seriously, and it just continues to spiral. And her options are very slim. What the hell can she do? Because he hasn't touched her. And now sending nudes to your auntie and everybody else every time somebody comments. I want her to get some counseling because something ain't right in her head. But the whole situation is
So
just
did she
terrible.
go too far then?
I don't know if it's so much too far. It's just wrong. But at the same time, I have to check myself when I say that, because he is the one who created the situation, right? So like he initially created a situation when he was in an altered state. So okay, cool. Sometimes you make bad decisions, you say bad things or whatever. But then you continued it after you are past that moment. So now you are of right mind, so to speak, and you continue this harassment, which is purely intimidating another person. And so what you're gonna guilt and push and prod her into sex. I mean, so that's like a rapist type of thing. Um, so I'm like this. If somebody starts the problem, I may not agree with the reaction, but I struggle to say that it's too much, because I believe that when you respond to an attack, you can do whatever you want to.
All right, Anna. Is Anna thinking, or what is Anna doing?
Um, um, I think I'm still on the side of let's go see a counselor. That sort of reaction, I think, says something's a little bit deeper there. And, she needs to talk about what all this is doing to her head. And who knows what else. So, I don't think I'm qualified as to whether to say it's right or wrong.
Okay. Tracy?
The petty in me says that she was 100% correct. How did she send nudes if this fool didn't take a picture of his nudes and send it to her in the first place? He should never have sent them to her. He never should have harassed her. He never should have, well, okay, he was drunk at the wedding, so I'll let that pass because people do all kinds of things when they're drunk. She obviously doesn't want him. She needs to get a restraining order. This guy is sick. His family is sick for saying, "Oh, boys will be boys." No, okay, you gonna do that? I'm gonna be even pettier. Almost every time you say something stupid, I'm gonna send you his nude. Don't want to be like that. But sometimes when you get pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed, and nobody's listening, sometimes you push back like this. So I'm 100%. I don't think what she did was wrong. Now, I would have gotten a restraining order. That's what I would have done. But if the police said, hey, there's nothing we can do, he hasn't made a physical threat, he's just sending memes. Oh, yeah, I'm sending that picture. I'm gonna make sure everybody on his job sees it. I'm gonna make sure his family sees it. I'm gonna make sure his mother sees it. I'm gonna make sure his yeah. You
Wow.
harass me, you gonna get some of this. Period.
Yeah, I feel you. Only thing is like
Mhm.
when you go the scorched earth route, like first of all, on the privacy thing, he ain't got no privacy because
You sent the
when
picture.
he sent it to
Yeah.
her, so because she's the direct recipient, she now owns that picture. Right? So yeah, right. The privacy's gone. That's why you shouldn't send news to people. Um, but as far as like going scorched earth, like I said, I'm cool with it. Go scorched earth, but understand what you whether you're right or wrong, you've now kept something in rotation. So you don't know how this person's going to react to that level of embarrassment, and he's obviously showing you that he's unstable. So now,
Yeah.
are you ready for when he shows up at your front door? Are you ready for when he shows up at your job? What's your plan for it? You need to plan for this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because you chose to go scorched earth. He chose to be a violent offender, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Um, you chose from the options you felt were best. This is the one you settled on. I'm still with you. Run it. But now you need to be ready for what comes next. It doesn't
That's what
stop because you don't
I
want it.
would have said. Hey, first thing I'm gonna do is get some type of restraining order. Stay away from me. Don't. I would change my whole phone number. I would
Which
hate.
is completely unfair because this is some
Yeah.
random
Why should I have to change my
distant
number?
relative.
I
He's about to
know,
change
but I'm
your
just
whole
saying,
world.
if it kept
Yep.
coming and kept coming, that's the choice I would take.
I agree.
But the petty in me says, "Oh, you gonna send me one of your news? Oh, yeah, we can ready to
Mm.
battle now. We can ready to battle.
I feel you.
Oh, and the family's also garbage for not
Yes.
addressing him. They garbage. How do you
Yeah.
gonna sit there and just let him just keep on doing this to her? She
Because
said
everybody
no.
thinks it'll blow over.
Why is it always a Kyle?
There's always a Kyle, a Carter, a something, a some man that you don't want. You don't want him. You tell him that you don't want him. You was ugly anyway. Okay, if I was so well, see, that's too much personal information for this podcast, so I'll skip all that. But yeah, the family is trash.
Yeah.
The family's trash. He's trash. His mother's trash. Well, I don't know about his parents. They didn't mention it. But he's definitely trash, and the family's trash. And his stepfather is ultimately trash because he should have corrected that little child, that little man child, when this first started.
All right, then I'm gonna go this route. Do I think she went too far? Yes, I do.
Huh?
Do I think there was an alternative to this? Just like everybody said, you need to go to the police, get a restraining order, and everything else. There's an alternative. Now, here's the other side of me of saying, but upon not knowing that you need to go to the police and get a restraining order, what choice you have? You need to find out what kind of family you are into. And right now, you have two types of family, and what it is a generational gap right now. Because it seems to me that the old generation of this family is going, "What's the big deal?" And whoever that little sick perverted woman that's talking about you, y'all will make a cute couple. I don't know what's your
They're
problem.
not really related.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's
I
that. So
know,
Mhm.
but
she's thinking, but still, yuck.
that's just yuck, man. I'm sorry. I know you ain't related by blood and blah blah blah.
Mm.
Once you put the word cousin at the end of anything of yours, I'm done. I don't care. 15 cousin on the left side that ain't gonna deter me. You said cousin. We done.
I
We
was
done.
just pointing that little part out. That's
Oh,
all.
I know. It's just, and people think that. Oh, y'all, come on. You
Yeah,
married into the family. That's your cousin-in-law. It don't matter.
yeah, you
That's
said cousin. That's where I
said
stopped.
cousin. I'm pretty sure I'm done with this conversation. But it's a generational thing. You can tell because the older generation is, "Oh, this is cute. Oh, this ain't a big deal. Oh, blah blah blah." While the younger generation is seeing what it is, and making fun of it. We gonna make memes of it. This is tacky. I'm gonna make fun of it because it's a funny thing. It's a generational thing with this family. So even her sending these pictures, you can see that's a generational thing because that's the step that she took. Was okay, you think it's funny? I'm gonna show you the pictures that y'all think is funny. Every time you say something to me, I'm gonna post the pictures that you think is funny.
Okay.
That's a young generational move. Old generational are the ones who just want to, and bless their heart because they're still doing it. They want to brush things aside. It'll die down. It will die out. It ain't that big of a deal. Young generation takes everything too seriously.
Boys will be boys.
Boys
That
will be
garbage. Yeah.
boys and everything else. And what was she wearing when all of this happened? That's a generational thing. And it needs to stop.
Yeah. One thing I would throw back out there, just as a point of contention, not with you guys, but just with things that we've said a couple times. I've heard a couple people say restraining order. Restraining orders are a joke,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Restraining orders are what they issue right before they host your funeral. You
Mhm.
know, so it's like I that's why I say like however she fights back and how she fights back, and
So then she wouldn't really have a choice because the restraining order
no,
is
she got
whack.
choices. She
I
got
mean, she could
choices.
take his knee out, but then she's gonna go to jail.
She might go to jail for what she did anyway.
No, he's the one that sent her to. He's the one that sent him the news. She can do
Yeah,
whatever she
and it's
wants
going to
to.
be up to her and her attorney that she now has to find the money to pay for to figure
Hmm.
out if that's the case. You know what
He
I'm saying? It's
sent them
like,
to her.
huh?
Why he sent them to her?
That's
Yeah,
something they would have to deal with.
nasty. And then the family kept stirring the pot. That's the part that really got me.
But we
They
ain't gonna
just,
sit here and pretend
Mhm.
like families aren't ignorant. You know what I'm saying? Like
but
they
they,
think it's just they might have played it off as just random
oh,
silliness.
this man's trying to sexually harass you and rape you.
That's not how it's presented to them. So that's not how they. I mean, we can. I understand what you're saying, and I'm not disagreeing with any of that. I guess where sometimes recently, or more recently, where we kind of end up on the same, we're on the same side, right? But we're coming at it a little bit different. Is I'm just looking at it from like how people actually act, you know, and she was put in a bad
Yeah, it's
position, and
she's got to
yeah,
change her whole life because Kyle or Kevin or whatever his name is acting a plumb near fool.
yep.
And this right here is there no such thing as taking sexual harassment too seriously. If this family is fine with it, I wonder how far they think is
Thank you, because
allowable. And I
yeah,
can answer that question, Mickey, because I can't remember if it was Tracy or Theus that said it was he never put her hands on.
Until it becomes something
And
tangible,
yeah,
people are always going to try to find a way to minimize it so they don't have to deal with it. I don't care what the topic is. It doesn't matter what the topic is. People do not want confrontation. And so they will try their best to find any way to either look away or minimize it like it's not real or as real as it appears to be.
but
You
on
could be
their
talking about your job situation, you could be talking about a marriage situation, we talk about child abuse, neglect. I don't care what drug addiction, whatever it is, the human nature side of it, and especially our jacked up culture, it you struggle to find a way not to look at it. And that's what people do.
and that's sad because that's just gonna make it worse. They're gonna just
Absolutely.
keep stirring it,
they
and
know
then
that.
she gonna come out with a knife. Why she
It
stab him?
keeps the cycle of
Because
victimization rolling.
yeah,
Yep.
it's like if she attacks him for harassing her, then she's going to jail.
Yep.
And
Yeah,
I'd be like, what did she do wrong? She
But
because
nobody ever remembers what was done to you. They only focus on what happens. You
what
know what I'm saying?
happened? Oh, she
Because
stabbed him.
you're
Well,
talking to somebody who truly does believe in scorched earth. You know what I'm saying? But it's like I also know that you don't get the credit for all the stuff that pushed you to that point. No one cares about the times that you tried to say, hey, stop it. Nobody cares how many times you block the number, how many times you block the friend request. Nobody cares. Nobody comes to help you. No one is there for you. It's
Yep.
only when you can't
Ask.
figure out a next option and you respond.
It's a
Now it's a
She
different.
went too far. She shouldn't have stabbed her. Well, probably shouldn't have harassed her.
it's a football analogy when two players get into a fight, and they always say the referees never see the first punch; they only see the second one. So
Yep.
they only gonna see the retaliation,
Yep. They're only gonna see the
and then
retaliation and
that's
nothing.
when they want to throw a flag. But Tracy, to answer your question of now she gonna come with a knife and stab him, and what the family gonna say? The family gonna say all of this over pictures,
No,
because
she's stabbing him.
yeah,
No,
all it
the family's
was
gonna say,
pictures.
the family's gonna play crazy,
Well,
and they're gonna say, well, she
she
should have
was,
just said no.
yeah. She could have said no, and she'd have been saying no the whole
Yeah.
time.
We like to play hypotheticals. We like to play hypotheticals. That's what we do.
And
After the
sometimes
event.
you got to learn when to cut some family members off. Just because you related to them, that does not make them family.
Yeah, I mean, every rapist, every murderer, every negative, whatever you can come up with, that's somebody, brother, cousin, sister, son, daughter, you know. So
Well, she shows up at the door and forces her way in.
at
Yes,
that point, it'll be like, I wish I had known. I wish I
yeah.
had
I
done
didn't even
something.
know. He didn't seem like that. I
Right.
thought he was
But
just
Oh
playing.
no!
now,
No,
when I look
what they're
back, it
gonna
all
do
makes
is
sense.
all they're gonna say is, "Oh, I didn't know it was that bad.
Yep, that's the one. That's the
I didn't
one.
know it was that bad."
That's when the woulda, coulda, shouldas come rolling out.
Yeah, what you said. The hypotheticals will be really strong after the event, after
Yeah.
the effect.
That's
Everybody
one
will
of the
come
things.
up. He just had so.
Yeah, survivor's remorse will kick in because
Mhm.
now the reality has happened. You've lost this young lady or you lost this young man, and now they're gone. So now survivor's remorse will kick in, and you'll be because I know when I lost an associate recently to suicide, and it's like you sit there and you're like, damn, I saw I saw the warning signs,
Yep.
but I wasn't that close to him to be able to intervene, and I just knew somebody else would. You know what I mean? So you start playing it all back, and you start doing your woulda, coulda, shouldas, but it's too late now. It's too late. You know.
Yep, and if he forces himself on her, what was she wearing? I mean, did she lead him on? She's playing hard to get.
How did
Yeah.
he know where she lived?
Yeah.
That's
All that
exactly
dumb
what I
stuff.
was saying. How you know where she lives? She
Yeah.
must have. She must have.
She
Because here's the
texted him
deal.
or
You're
asked her.
always going to try to put it on the victim who ain't nobody, who's no longer here,
Yeah,
because
well,
they
that always kicks in too. Well, not always, but that
Victim
frequently
shaming.
kicks in. Not just victim shaming, but once again, it's that whole thing of not wanting to look right at it, right? So people do, and this definitely happens a lot in the court of law. Yes, this horrible thing happened, and this person is deceased, but there's nothing we can do for that person now. So
no,
how do we find a way to save the one that's still alive? Now you start humanizing them and trying to get their backstory and all this stuff and woe is me, because now it's yes, we know this person's done a bad thing, but this person's still alive. So what can we do?
and
Unless that
then
person happens to be truly a negative image in your mind, like he's black and poor. Well, now throw the book at him because we want to set an example so other people like him don't repeat. Humanity is
ladies and
trash.
gentlemen, there's your pure definition of the term thoughts and prayers.
Yep.
There you go.
That's
We're
Tater
exactly.
gonna,
tots and peaches and pears.
we're gonna go on to the next one, and I got a caveat to my answer. So I have two answers. I'll be totally open to saying that. I have two answers to this next one.
So, my son had a long distance girlfriend recently for about 2 years. She was great, a really nice girl, and we all loved her and welcomed her with open arms. She was flying here constantly to visit him, like a weekend a month, and he didn't lift a finger to go visit her. I tried talking to him about it several times and told him he should really start looking into flying over to her instead of expecting her to do all the traveling. He said no, and my wife probably had something to do with it as she constantly told him she was afraid of him flying. I spoke to them both and said this girl is great for him. She was willing to move over to our country too, but said there was one condition, and that was he'd have to fly over to her country too, which is fair enough. He said no, he didn't want to fly or travel anywhere. My son was becoming lazier and lazier, eventually telling my girlfriend and us that he was perfectly fine never traveling anywhere, including holidays, etc. Last week, he told us she's dumped him. I went on her Facebook page as we're all still friends. She wrote us an apology letter about how she's upset it didn't work out, but these things happen, so we're on good terms. And it looks like she's with a new guy already. Me and my wife have no doubt she was seeing him while still in a relationship with my son. I confessed to them both that I actually agree with her decision and he should have expected it. He didn't treat her properly, and I hope he learns lessons for the next one because he needs to make more of an effort. I said he deserves it for his lack of effort in the relationship and for essentially just allowing this girl to spend all her money and time coming here all the time. My wife and son are very upset that I said this. Very, very upset, and my wife says I'm being horrible. Am I the butthole? I stand by what I said.
Oh, this is a easy.
Like I said, I got two answers to it, so I'll let y'all go first.
Oh, okay. Well, look, real quick, that's him and that girl's relationship. Ain't got shit to do with the parents. So he's lazy. He didn't step up to the plate. He's whatever he is. Relationship failed. Done. Um, Staying on that same thing though, I get you're still cool with the girl or whatnot, but then you go Facebook stalking, so now you an asshole for that. Um, but she was obviously in another relationship. You don't know the context of their relationship. Leave that shit alone. Um, yeah, but that's whatever. I mean, relationships fail. They do. Whatever. Whatever, man.
Anna?
I must have missed something because it's not quite making sense.
Oh, so basically, the dad. Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, the dad.
I'm not sure it was a dad because he kept saying my girlfriend. So I'm gonna call them the parents. The parents have what appears to be an adult son, a young adult son, who's dating a girl who lives in another country. And once a month at least, she flies over to spend time with him where he is at, long distance relationship. But he doesn't feel that he needs to ever travel the other direction. And he's cool with losing her if that's what it comes down to. And then she finally decides this isn't working for me. So she breaks up with the dude. The parents, the mom is all on some I'm backing my baby boy no matter what. And the dad is more objective, saying, yeah, you're my son, but you're lazy. And this is what happens when you don't take care of your relationship. And then, the son, because he's in his feelings, and the mom, because apparently her baby boy can do no wrong, they're mad at him for telling the truth. Did I miss something there other than
Oh,
the
that was good.
Facebook talk?
Here's my two answers before I get to Tracy.
That's weird.
If he said it to him, just the son, because and correct me if I'm wrong, because the way he wrote it, I couldn't figure out one way or the other. If he said it to him, he wasn't wrong. There are some things that you're gonna have to tell your freaking kids that they ain't gonna like. Don't really care. As long as it's coming from the heart and understanding that you ain't literally going out of your way to bust the living crap out of them, I get it. But you could be, and I get what you're saying, Thiz. I really do. Mind your own damn business. At least what Demetria on Facebook is saying. He was very immature. Parents, mind your own business. I get that, but at a certain point, you need to just let them know because I don't want this kid in his 20s, 25, 30, still living with me talking about I don't understand why no relationship worked out.
Yeah, but I
Uh,
mean, I'm sorry.
no, I'm gonna let you finish. If he said it to him, I do not think he went too far. However, I can't tell if he said it to him or he said it on Facebook.
Oh, I think it was to
That's
him.
what's throwing me. If he said it on Facebook,
Oh,
yeah, dude, you went too freaking far.
Yeah, I didn't catch that part. I think he just said it to the son.
And I did
Anyway.
not want to think that, but I couldn't figure out how the story was written. Did he just say it to him and the wife, or did he write that on Facebook? Because it was something to the fact that he saw her on Facebook and blah blah blah. And oh, and by the way, FYI, I totally agree with Thea's. Whether she was dating somebody or not is surely none of your damn business. That ain't got jack to do with you. Mind your business about that. You can
Yeah, I
figure
mean, if your son was
that
like
out.
all in being a good boyfriend, then you could be like, you could kind of be in your feelings because that's your boy. He's hurting,
Yeah.
but your boy wasn't even into this. You
That's,
know?
that's before why I said I don't think he went too far. If he went to him and said, "Look, dude, I know you hurting, but this is why you are hurting right now because you didn't do this, this,
you
this, this,
ready?
and this. This is why you feel the way that you feel, and I'm trying to protect you so you don't have to go through these feelings again. It isn't a this is not a man thing where you figure she do everything and you do nothing and she'll just keep running to you. Dude, I'm gonna tell you right now, this right here was the nicest way of breaking up with you because you're gonna run up on the wrong woman who's really gonna go out of your way to hurt you. The as she's walking out the door, and you're my son, I don't want you to go through that. That if you said that in person, I don't have an issue with it. I don't. If you said all this, what I'm saying on Facebook, man, you so far overstepped your damn boundaries. It ain't even funny. Cause this ain't got nothing to do with your son now. This is I'm gonna look good as a dad and tell my son in front of the entire world.
Wait a minute, he told him on Facebook. I
I
didn't get
don't
that.
know.
That's not
I
what I
don't
got
know.
from it,
Yeah,
but
I didn't get
he's
that
making
either.
it if he did,
Oh, if
If
he
he
did.
did say it on
Okay.
Facebook, that was wrong. If he said it to her in his face, then I don't think he did wrong.
Man, Mel Karen needs to take a seat. But come on, she didn't want him anymore. He wasn't wanting to travel. He's too immature for a relationship. Okay, deal with it. Your son is a jerk. Shut up. Stop saying he's lazy. Maybe he is lazy. But where did he learn the laziness from, Daddy? Did it
but that's
being
not
raised
always
as
from the
lazy?
parents, man.
Oh, I'm
Mm,
just saying.
People date the way they date.
I'm just throwing stuff out there. Who is the does the dad want the girlfriend? He's like, well, she was really good for
Oh
him.
my god.
you
Yes, I'm
gonna
gonna
do
go with that
this?
all the time because these thoughts keep crossing my mind. I'm gonna express what I think. I'm going to express what I think, and I don't care if you don't like it, because this is me. I'm like, she was great for him, and da da da.
You
Was
know
you
what? I got to the point
look,
that
Ken?
every parent out there, just stay out of your kids' life because
That's
apparently they
exactly
want to
it.
screw whoever it is that you dating.
Yep, because he kept. She was so good for. Do you want her? Do you?
They don't
Do
want
you?
the best for your kids. They just want to screw you.
I mean, come on, Ken. Stop this, male Karen. Stay out of your child's business. Kick the child out and tell him to get his own place. Stop. I don't know. I'm
Oh, hell,
assuming that the son lives at home. I'm
What
just
I
assuming.
think he does from the story, but
dang, you
that
better
shit,
get him
what?
out.
Yeah, because
Look, listen,
it'll teach him not to be lazy. Because
I tell you
You
what.
broke up with somebody else's child. Now get out my house.
no, not because of that. Because you lazy.
No, that's what I'm about to say, Tracy. You opened up your own can right there. If you kick your son out because he broke up with the girl,
Not
yeah,
because he
your
broke
daddy
up with
did
the
want you to
girl.
sleep
That
with that
would make
girl.
me the
Because
a-hole
that's the
parent.
only way I can see. If
That
you
would
And then
make
if you
me.
kick him out because he's lazy, is he lazy like lazy, or is he lazy in this relationship? Two different
and I think I'm
things.
taking it
No,
as
I
he
think
is
he's
lazy
saying
in
he's
this
lazy,
relationship.
and it didn't have.
All
That
right,
was
so
a two
now I kick
separate
my
relationship.
lazy roll my lazy layabout son out.
I think
What
he is
Yep.
now?
lazy. I just think he
What
is
now?
lazy in this relationship. I don't
He
think he
finds
is
an
lazy,
apartment or
lazy.
he lives in a
With what?
shelter.
Wait a minute.
God, dog, Tracy, you
It's two
you
options. He
you
could
got
stop
people
being
hope.
lazy. He could definitely stop being lazy because the father said he was lazy. Mama didn't say, oh, well, he's just trying to find himself. So apparently she agrees with daddy that he's lazy. All I'm saying is you got to stop that laziness and nip it in the bud.
And that's your approach to it.
I don't
Go
have
out there and
children.
Let him
starve
go.
because you're
Okay,
lazy.
Tracy,
I feel you.
let me say this real quick, okay? Do not kick your child out because they're
I
lazy.
don't have children, so I have nobody to kick
That's what
out.
I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you. Do
Like,
not
I'm
kick
going to
your
have a
child
child
out because
sometime.
they're lazy. You teach them to go work. Hey,
Obviously, they didn't teach him that because
I
he's still.
mean,
it
now there
ain't
is a
over
point,
yet,
Marlon.
Tracy.
There is a point
He's
though.
still young.
There is a
He's
point
still
though.
young.
There's a point though. Because
There
I
is a
grew up,
point.
I know the time is different, right? Time is different from when we were kids, but still the principle sticks. When you finish high school,
You
you got
gone.
three, no, you
You
No.
can't
got
get out.
three options.
Go to
Well,
college, the
hold on, things.
military,
I
or get a
literally
job.
did have that happen in my life, though.
It
I
happened to
literally did
me.
have a father tell his son, and he was the one that told this story, so I don't know how true it is. Okay, just make that a caveat. He did say he graduated high school, and they had a high school graduation party at his house. And his father pulled him aside and told him, "Son, I'm proud of you. I appreciate what you did and all the sacrifices to graduate from high school and everything else. But you're 18 years old now, and it's only one grown person, only two grown people that live in this house is me and my mom. You have a month to move."
Well, see, that's not the parenting style that I would support. So, I mean, you can find those examples all day long. I'm saying, and I'll finish what I was saying. When you finish high school, you have choices. You can go to college. I'll help pay for it as best I can, of course. You can go get you a job, and we will develop a financial plan that will have you moving out in whatever amount of time we can make it work based off of where you're working. Or three, you go in the military, get free training and all that good stuff. Do that for 4 years instead of going to 4 years at college, and then go on about your business. But at no point, unless I've messed up raising them well before now, am I gonna be like, when you turn 18, like there's some magic clock? First of all, this ain't 1995. You can't just walk out there at age 18 and function. You just can't. Where you gonna live?
Yeah,
We
because
got
rent
people
is high.
45 years old that can't get nowhere to live.
We have a one little twist on what you said, Theo. And this is how we changed it. Because I remember my daughter finally getting a job. I wasn't told the story until later on why she got the job. And my wife is the disciplinary in the house. I'm just the mean person that backs her up. So it works out. Um, but my daughter got a job, and I was cool with it, no big deal and everything. I didn't realize until later on the reason why she got her job. Cause she all of a sudden decided that she wanted to get her nails done every 2 weeks or every month or whatever. And my wife told her, "Okay, how you gonna pay for it? I don't know. You need to go to work." Now, here's the funny thing about it. We thought it was going to be a deterrent to, okay, well, I just can't get my nails done. No, my daughter really wanted to get her nails done.
Yeah.
No,
So
that's
she
good.
went and got a
Shoot.
job.
That's
That's
good.
a
It
that's
worked
good.
out. So
perfect.
that's the only deterrent that I say is I need to know what it is that you want, and then what it is that you, not me, what are you willing to do to get the things that you personally are going to benefit from it?
I feel you, but that wasn't a pushback to anything I said because that's what I was saying.
Well, no, I'm
Now, the
saying,
only part that I would now push back with yours is like with mine because I don't talk nobody else's house. With mine, it's also a matter of you want this, like you said, you want this. I'm not paying for it no more. You know what I'm saying? You're not 15, 16 years old and whatever. You 18, 19 years old now, right? So this is what you want. Cool. But everything is moving you towards being self-sufficient. Everything is moving you towards being able to move out of this house. Not because I don't want you in this house, but because I want you to begin your journey separate from me. You need to be you. You need to find out who you are. Now, I'm not going to just send my kids out to go figure it out and end up in a shelter. What I will do though is say, you in my house, you know the rules here. This is not a democracy, right? So
this is a dictatorship.
This is a dictatorship. This is my house.
Yeah.
So you're gonna get a job. We're gonna put together a plan. I'm gonna show you how to save, budget, and plan, which I've already started with my 13-year-old. But this is what we're gonna do. Because my job as a parent never stops. I have to get you prepared to get out here and be self-sufficient.
But Ken was all like, she was good for him.
Well, I mean, if your son or daughter has a boyfriend or girlfriend that's good for them, as a parent or as any person, you're gonna be like, yo, this person was good for you.
You shut up. If they break up,
you don't just
no.
Look, how many? I keep asking you how many children do I have? Zero. I have zero
you're presenting your opinion and we're speaking to it.
Explain it to it. How many more of those good women are going to come into her son's life
and he
lazy throw away because you don't feel like I need to do anything? I'm the man. I'm just throwing stuff out there. I'm not saying this is what the kid was thinking.
That's why I say male Karen needs to butt out of his child's life, but son Karen needs to stop being so dang on lazy.
Nope.
I do agree with the son needs to not be lazy, but I don't agree with you just 100% hands off because as a father, you are supposed to be teaching life skills to your child.
Yes,
as long as that child is under you, you need to be giving them life skills.
But okay, let's do the opposite. What if your child was dating somebody that you didn't like? You're gonna be like, no, you shouldn't be, and they just not gonna listen to nothing you say. They're not.
There's only so much you can do even within that, because when you
hold on 1 second, Theo. Let me say this real quick. But Tracy, how many videos have we seen of these trifling little kids, and you have literally said, that's on the parish. He should have taught them this, that, and the other, and he didn't, she didn't, they didn't do that. You can't have it both ways. You can't say the parents should have teach them, but at the same time stay out of their business.
No, but you should stay out of your. Okay, unless he's abusing her or hitting her or doing something crazy off kilter, you butt in that situation. You see somebody doing harm to your child, absolutely you butt in. But if your child is just dating somebody that you do or do not like, you gotta stay out. You have to stay out.
If you're in my house,
nah.
That's all right, Tracy. I'm just telling you, you're in my house, and I see that you are just sorry. This ain't about me advocating for her. Personally, I believe you ain't got to worry about it like that. Like what Marlon was saying, how many good people going to come across? Probably plenty. There's a lot of women out there. It's 53% of the population. Don't ever get caught up over no woman like that. You can always get another one. But you have to learn how to treat women better. And the first way to treat women better is to take more accountability for yourself. So that's where the angle from parenting is coming to the son. It ain't so much about her. It's more about this woman objectively was a quality woman, and you didn't treat a quality woman
He
properly.
stalked her
It
on
ain't about
Facebook.
her.
He stalked her on Facebook.
Yeah, but I'm saying dad got issues. Because apparently he was too attached to this girl being good for his
They
son.
secretly wanted to be with.
We finna go to break because I'm tired of that shit. I'm not even going.
Y'all thinking the same thing I'm
Absolutely
thinking.
not thinking the
Absolutely
same thing. I
not.
can promise
Yes,
you.
y'all are.
I can
Nope.
promise
Yes,
you I am
y'all are.
absolutely not thinking the
You know
same
you're
thing.
the
Yes.
only person on here with that.
Yes.
Nope.
2 in a
Nope.
row. I'm like, mm-hmm.
1
They
and 4,
mad.
Tracy. 1 and 4. Nope.
Oh,
1 and 4. We finna go on to our 3-minute break because
They know
oh
I'm
my,
right.
we finna go to our 3-minute break and get the heck up out of here because apparently everybody want to sleep with everybody, and I don't want nobody to do that. So when we come back, we're gonna pay some bills. We're gonna go ahead and get to real or nah, and we'll see y'all all on the other side.
Living for weekends, wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. Finally. I always daydreaming, never imagined I lose my spark. Living in this crazy time, putting back the pieces of my mind. I know how to run from the dark and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate into the clouds. I'm so high above the ground. I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. I got to a bird. I'm rising, I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Finally.
We are back. Let's get into it. Let's pay some bills so we can jump into it. We're a little bit behind. Please go to Tracy at Tracy Media LLC, her Patreon page. Please help support her. I would truly appreciate it. Please go to patreon.com complex mind. That's Diaz's Patreon page. Please help support him. He has, you're down to one cause right now, right? Or we still got time for the first one?
The first one, this is the last month. So once August, so this is okay, July, and then there'll be a deposit for August, and then we'll switch over to the winter campaign.
Okay. Please go to borrelia.etc.com. That is Anna's website. Learn something that you never thought you should have learned. And please support me by going to Patreon / Radical Truth to Power, exactly the way it is spelled, because I didn't know you was not supposed to spell it that way, but oh well, it is what it is. While you're at it, please do not forget to hit that like button. I would truly appreciate it. Slap that booty, make it holler out your name, all this other stuff like Pascal like to say all the time. Make it hot, make it yell out your name, but please do not forget to hit that like button. I would truly appreciate it. If you're new to this, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button if this is something that you truly like to look at. I would truly appreciate all of this. We literally are getting a new subscriber once a week now. So whatever it is that we doing,
Hey.
we're doing something. So I appreciate it. So don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button. I would truly appreciate it. I think I covered everything. That's the quickest I ever did anything like that. So
Very good.
what's up, Kevin? How you
Hey,
doing?
Hey, sir, how
Kevin.
you doing, man?
It doesn't matter if you late, it just matters if you're here. That's all I got to say about that. So I appreciate you coming through. And without further ado, let's get on to it. Real or not? So I got four of these, and I'm going to go pretty fast on it. The first one, I'm not saying that it's real. I'm just saying that it's so stupid that it can't be real. Like it's just that stupid. So let's just go ahead and get into it.
I plan to major in business, and my friend plans to major in computer science. She's very proud of the fact that she and her whole family are STEM majors, and no one in her family has a useless major. We were discussing our future degrees, and she joked that my parents probably wish they could adopt her into our family. I was confused and asked her why, and she said they probably wish their eldest child was getting a prestigious degree so they could brag to all their friends like her parents do. I was baffled by the fact that she was suggesting that her computer science degree was more prestigious than my business degree. I informed her that my parents already brag about me plenty, and that no, any parent would much rather have their kid be a CEO than a programmer. I told her that she'll never become wealthy working as a programmer because you usually have to start a business to become genuinely wealthy. I have a much greater chance of becoming wealthy than she does. She then said that she thinks that I don't have the entrepreneurial mindset, and that if I was smart, I would pick a STEM degree and be guaranteed a great job like her. She said business majors are just humanity majors with a sprinkle of math added to make them seem valuable. She said STEM is what makes the world go round. I was very insulted that she was comparing business to the humanities of all things. I pointed out that I've already created successful businesses, so clearly I do have the business mindset. And I told her, business majors make the world go round. STEM majors are just worker bees that work for the people who have ideas. She is furious with me now. She said, I respect your decision to pick an easy major, but let's not pretend that any parent wants their kids to major in business. That just pissed me off even more. Am I the butthole for pointing out that most parents would want their kid to be a CEO over a programmer?
Let me go first on this. I'll give everybody else. Let me go first on this. It's about the dumbest ass conversation I've ever seen two grown ass people hold in my whole entire life. This is why I say I don't think this is real, because this is so stupid. First of all, let's get one thing perfectly straight. I'm not saying that y'all should have a dream. Dream as high as you want to. But your logic of I'm a business major, so I'm gonna be a CEO. That don't mean you're gonna be a CEO. That means you go a business major. That means 9 out of 10 you're gonna be middle management. Again, you're gonna make good money. That don't mean because you in STEM and you a programmer that you gonna start your own business and you become a millionaire. 9 out of 10, you're just gonna be a developer. Again, you're gonna be making good money. And that don't mean you're gonna become a doggone instant billionaire either. This is the dumbest conversation for y'all to have about what could, should, or would happen in the future. And both of y'all still in school.
I just want to know one thing. Are they going to settle this by having a dance battle? I mean, seriously, how stupid he or she, the one talking is stupid. She's stupid. He's stupid. They're both stupid. Um, who cares who makes the most money as long as you're making a difference? Um, what are they doing? This sounds like a bad plot from some Saved by the Bell episode where Screech and Slater got into an argument about who was better, the athlete or the brainiac. What? Sat down. Both of y'all. Oh, and I think it's fake, by the way.
Anna?
I mean, I've known some people, STEM people, that brag and do say STEM makes the world go round. I'm still leaning on no. This, why? Why would you even? This is stupid.
And I thought the Arizona gubernatorial debate was bad.
This is the same thing. This is the same thing. This is you arguing over dumb crap.
This is why people think Americans are stupid. This is it right here. Something stupid. It's like, yep, this is America.
There's a difference between funny, stupid, and this stupid, though.
I think it's real. It's stupid. What? It's a stupid waste of time to have this particular argument. But competitive people compete over things. That's just what you do. So, you studying for STEM. First of all, STEM is a pretty vague term, but you studying for STEM and you studying for business. Or are you studying for business management, or are you studying for finance? Are you going to get your master's and PhD, or are you going to stay with your bachelor's? And all along the way, you just kind of, hell, we don't say it's stupid when, the wide receiver is arguing with the running back about who runs routes better. It's.
Well, everybody knows that's the wide receiver.
No, I still call you stupid.
Although you're on the same team, you should have the same goal.
No, that's the only reason why I say I call it stupid. Because if you've been a Carolina Panther fan for a long time, you'll realize I need y'all both to shut up and win a game before y'all
start saying stuff. Let's just win. Let's just win this game, and
it's how we win it. And it's that competitive attitude that helps you win. The same thing that makes you seem like a jerk or pointless or trivial is it can be your motivation too. So, I don't know. Whatever.
I just want to know if they're gonna have a dance battle. Let's just settle this on the dance floor.
I'm gonna need this to take a nap next week before he come on this show.
What I do?
I don't give a damn no more. I don't care. I don't care.
No, I'm being sensible about things, and I'm like, at the end of the day, but whatever.
That's a real dumb thing to argue about.
It's a dumb
thing.
That's
people
like
argue
two
about
lawyers.
Dumb things every day.
I practice I'm a personal injury attorney. You're just an ambulance chaser. I practice business law. You both practice law.
But it's still, why not compete over that?
Because the world has so many other problems like poverty and homelessness and
we debate things
shortage.
We debate things like women's bodily autonomy.
They can debate that. instead of this
That's
has
just
got
because
to
to
be.
you that's important. But to someone else that's not important, they would look at it and be like, you can argue about it all day long. That's not going to change anything right now. So it's just differences on what people argue about. We do silly arguments and we do meaningful arguments, and what's meaningful to me might be silly to you.
And this is why this argument is the way it is, because these two are, their subject is really important to them,
Exactly.
and they're trying to argue about which subject is the most important. I'm like,
No,
They're
I've
both
committed. No,
important.
it's like this. It's like this. I've committed to studying business, and I have charted a path for myself in business. And then you come along and tell me that what I've committed myself to is silly, that it's second to yours. What self respecting person wouldn't engage their friend and be like, no, let me tell you why mine makes more sense than
No,
yours?
eventually
That's
I'm
what
walking
people
away.
do.
I walk away from stupid like that. I'm like, nah.
To
Because
me,
there's
that's not
nothing,
stupid. And me, I mean, listen, I mean, oh, for
that's a
real.
trivial argument to have.
We have trivial arguments all the time. How often do me and you go back and forth over trivial stuff? We agree on so many things, but what do we go back and forth on?
You mean
Trivial
my
shit.
belief is the Democrats are trash?
No, I never said that they aren't.
no, we all agree on that one. We never once ever on this show disagreed on that.
No, we don't
Not one
disagree on
time.
that.
Nope. Not once. Nope. That's it. Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm just saying if we ever disagreed on that one. Okay, this next one. I'm gonna go ahead and say, no, I'm not gonna give you my answer. It's just so stupid. That's all I can say.
Dumber than that, the last one?
I worked my way down from dumb to just plain stupid to
Oh,
just
good.
plain weird. And by the way, the last video of the whole thing, I'm literally putting one of y'all on the spot. Only for the fact that one of you three have knowledge of this. And if Tracy would think to herself, I've already discussed it with her. Tracy shouldn't say anything, but I discussed it in private with Tracy yesterday about it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Don't say anything, don't hint to it or anything, but
Okay,
one of
I
you
won't.
three are getting put on the spot when I get to that last video, but that's the last video.
But that comes
So,
down to me and you, Anna, and you're a sweetheart, so no one really is gonna come for
no,
you.
not really, not at all.
So it's gonna
Not
be
at all.
something to me, and I'm gonna be like, yeah, whatever.
Yes, you would do something like that.
Yeah, you would be like, yeah, that's pretty much, that's what
Yeah,
it
it
is.
is what it is. Hey, whatever. Do what you want to do. Oh, yeah, whatever. This next one, let's go ahead and keep it moving. This next one is just stupid.
My wife and I are expecting our first baby together. We made an appointment to find out the gender of the baby. To me, this is very important. I hope for a boy, but unfortunately, on the day of the doctor appointment, I realized that I had to attend my friend's birthday that I remembered last minute. I asked my wife if we could cancel the appointment and go another day, but she looked shocked that I even considered canceling the appointment and going to my friend's birthday instead. I said I had no choice. She said that canceling the doctor appointment was off the table because these appointments are restricted to specific times and dates, and we can't miss it, so she'll just go alone. I told her no, because that would be selfish of her, and besides, this'll ruin the news of finding out if the baby is a boy or a girl. She cut the discussion off and told me to go to the birthday party. I did, and then later found out that she didn't cancel the doctor appointment and went with her mom. I came home seething and blew up at her. I started arguing with her about going behind my back and doing this without me. She said that it wasn't her fault that I prioritized a party over my child. I told her I didn't prioritize anything. She literally could have canceled and we could have gone on a different day. But clearly, she was trying to steer the fight in a direction where I looked like the neglectful and irresponsible one. We fought some, and she said that I'm probably angry with her because it's a girl, but I responded that she's wrong. She left the room claiming that I'm stressing her out. Now she acts like I owe her an apology on top of everything else, but I feel upset and I feel like I was deceived by her. Am I the butthole? I wonder why she tried to steer the conversation in a way that made you feel like the neglectful and irresponsible one. Maybe because you were being neglectful and irresponsible? Has that ever crossed your mind? Like, your wife said it correctly. You literally did choose a birthday party over your own child. I have to ask, how important could that birthday party have possibly been when you almost forgot about it? Your wife is 100% justified in going to that appointment without you and being upset at you. Also, the way that you tell the story, it doesn't sound like she was deceitful at all. It sounds like she was upset at you and she made it very clear through implication that she was going anyways. OP, you get 3.5 out of 5 buttholes. Your wife gets 0 out of 5 buttholes. And you know what's like really depressing about this story? Is OP, you seem to think that the most important part of going to the doctor is that you get to find out the gender of the baby, but
I think it's fake because I can't see nobody being that stupid.
I think it's
Oh
real
no,
because
this
it's
was
exactly
real.
what people do.
This is
I
real.
think
This
so.
is really. This is real. There's no way this could be fake. People do this kind of stupid crap all the time.
Yep.
All the time.
Yep.
All the time.
That sonogram doesn't take that long.
Yeah, it didn't take that long. It's a birthday party, which he just barely remembered.
Look, she decided that she wanted to marry another, emotional woman. And so I just hope that the two of them are happily work their way through this because he was being very emotional. Very, very emotional.
Did you say
But
he emotional?
I sure did.
He emotional?
He went
Okay.
full Carl
Okay,
Thomas.
I just wanted to make sure that's what you were saying. Because I'm like, did he say he emotional?
Yeah, so that's probably why he wanted to go ahead and have the appointment moved because he probably needed to get checked on too. But yeah,
A
he's just
birthday party.
selfish. He's just
No.
selfish. He's selfish. But she knows he's selfish. But that doesn't change the fact that she's trying. I mean, they're both trying to prepare for the birth of their child. And can she be using a little bit of a heavy hand because it's a pregnancy? Yeah, sure she can. Absolutely. But any world where she would cancel the doctor's appointment for
Yeah,
a birthday party?
for a birthday party.
For what?
That he just remembered.
He
Right.
just
Unless this is your grandma's 100th birthday and you forgot it was this weekend.
Even grandma would tell him, no, baby, you go to the sonogram with your wife. She gonna tell him to go. No, he didn't want to go. He's lazy. He's trifling.
He's selfish.
No,
That's what he is.
selfish.
He's selfish.
Tracy, this is what I push back. This is what I push back on. I don't think he was lazy. I think that he was controlling. I think he was trying to control the situation by saying, "This is really important, but I want to go on my time."
And I'm putting my foot down. So he was
but
he did it in like a real, sorry, folks. Sorry, because I know y'all don't like this language. But he did it in a real hoe ass way. You know what I'm saying? Like he ain't stand tall. Like how you gonna sit there? Because he's the kind of cat, based off of the way the story went down, he's the kind of cat that believes that she should listen to him because he's a man of the house. Right? That's how the story goes down. But my thing is this: if you want to believe that she's supposed to listen to you because you're the man of the house, then you need to step up and be the man of the house. And the man of the house would have been like, baby, we going to go to this doctor's appointment because I'm gonna be there right there with you, so we can find out about our baby. That's man of the house shit. Turn around and being like, but I want to go to the birthday party. That's the kid shit. You know what I'm saying? Go sit at the kids' table. So
this man child. No, I'm not going to call him a man.
I'm gonna call my mama.
That actually works.
Call my mama.
No, because if he were a man, he would have went to the appointment with his wife instead of some last minute birthday party that, I just remembered. This trifling behind it person, he gets 5. Are you serious with this mess? Is he serious?
You know how hard
A
it is to
friend-
reschedule
a sonogram
doctors, and yes,
appointment?
you do have to be at the right time.
Yes, I had to reschedule mine. Now I can't go to my dermatologist until September because I missed one of. I had to reschedule. Is he serious? Is he serious?
And the funny thing about it is, this is one of those things where it could have been the easiest reschedule. Like, sure, we'll see you tomorrow. I'm
Still
not going to
shouldn't
reschedule because you want to go to a birthday party that you just
Right.
remember.
But you can't reschedule
Oh,
those.
and get
Those
this.
are back to back to back to back.
Get this. This is at the point where they're going to go find out the gender of the baby. So this is, I'm not sure exactly when this is, but I think it's somewhere between 4 and 6 months.
Yeah.
So you telling me that it's more important to take your pregnant wife to a birthday party?
No, he didn't say nothing about
Oh, he
taking
did.
her.
No,
At
He
first,
said,
Right.
he wanted both of them to go. But
Oh,
then
did
she
he?
was like, we got a doctor's
You
appointment.
sound like a fool.
He's just a
Wow.
sorry dude. He's a sorry dude.
Yeah.
And
And then you sit
unfortunately,
there, and I know this is another one of them words that y'all don't like, but I can't think of a better word. Then you bitch out all the way at the end, talking about why you went and left me here. I wanted to know what the child is, and you went on anyway and left me.
because it's hard to
she did.
reschedule appointments, little boy.
because all he worried about is himself. And then she came
Mhm.
back. She came back. I already know. She came back, didn't bring him no chicken nuggies. He ain't had no milk.
His
You know
little
what I'm saying?
his little sippy cup, she forgot to
No
bring that, so he
sauce.
was, man.
Where's the ketchup?
I want ketchup now.
Ah.
Where's my
Right
Happy Meal? I don't want this. Where's the toy?
now. Where's the McDonald's land cookies? Oh, this little boy needs 5. He gets
But
5 of them.
But I'm gonna take from Tracy's script real quick. It's really because he want to sleep with the doctor.
Oh no.
I did not even say that.
That's the only reason why. That's the only reason why the pregnant woman went to the doctor.
No, he would want to sleep
Oh
with the
my
friend's
God.
birthday party who we went to. Y'all ain't even listening to
No.
none of that.
He want to sleep with the doctor. So, but he know that if he goes up there right now, the doctor's gonna see him with her, and he don't want that to happen.
Look, I only said that in 2 instances. Y'all making it sound like I do this every show, and
Oh,
I don't.
You do this. You do this pretty
Oh,
often.
the
I have
show
not
still-
said though he want to
Yes,
sleep with them
no.
every show.
Yeah.
No, I haven't.
No, the show
No,
is
I
still
haven't.
young, Tracy. We got plenty more. Where I'm pretty sure you go. Do you really want to sleep with the cat?
I've only
yeah,
said
yeah.
2 times. 2 times in the entire run of this show have I ever brought that out.
I don't know. It
Yeah,
feels a little bit more.
You
He
can
spent all
run the
that money
tape.
on.
I want to see the tape because it don't exist.
He want to sleep. He didn't want to spend all that money on the Super Bowl tickets, and that's just wrong. He really want to sleep with the 49ers. That's what's causing all this problems right here.
Well, that's just good taste.
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
I'm
If you're
moving
gonna
on.
sleep with a whole team, why not the best team? I'm just saying. I'm just here. I'm just here. I'm just here. That's all I gotta say.
Oh, ain't the Colts.
It's Joe ain't. Don't nobody want them.
All right, so we're gonna move on to the next one right here. I'm gonna let y'all decide because again, I just can't believe somebody's just this stupid. Now we're getting from dumb and selfish. Now we're getting into the stupid, close to the video that's just crazy. And keep in mind, one of you 3 is gonna get put on the spot, so be prepared for it. But now this is just the stupid right here. So just prepare yourself. I warned you all.
Buttholes. Am I the butthole for calling my friend an idiot for wanting a maternity test? Am I the butthole for calling my friend an idiot for wanting a maternity test? Maternity test. Okay. I'm guessing that's a typo. I think OP must mean paternity test. My friend, Dan, recently found out that he might be a father. I say might be because the girl he's been having an off-on relationship with, Kara, is pregnant, and he's not sure if he's the dad. She offered to get a paternity test once the baby is born, and doesn't expect any kind of support until they find out if the baby is his. He's on board with that, and he appreciates that she's not pushing him into fatherhood if the baby isn't his. The issue is that when he was talking to me about it, he also said that he wants to get a maternity test done to make sure the baby is hers. Wait, what? Kara is visibly pregnant. We know that she's pregnant because she did a maternity photo shoot and posted it on social media, so it's obvious that she's not faking being pregnant. We've both seen her in person too, and she is most definitely pregnant. However, Dan believes the baby might not be hers. I tried to explain to him that that's not how biology works, and unless she got an embryo implanted into her, then she's definitely the mother. She's a waitress who works for minimum wage plus tips, so I doubt she has the money to afford an embryo implantation. Plus, it's ridiculous to think that she'd do all that just to baby trap a guy who's unemployed and living with his parents at the age of 32. Plus, he's never donated sperm. He's genuinely convinced that the baby might not biologically be hers, despite not only me, his mom, and our other friends explaining that that's not how babies or pregnancies work. He's still insisting on a maternity test and told me that I was being ridiculous and that I'm the one who doesn't understand biology despite me studying to be an autopsy pathologist, which has required quite literally years of biology classes. I got fed up and called him a senseless idiot, and I told him to call me when he got his head screwed back on straight. Ever since then, he's been spamming my phone and has gotten a couple of our friends to spam me as well, telling me that I'm being insensitive and he's just stressed out about possibly being a dad. So, am I the butthole for calling my friend an idiot? Okay.
I don't think it's true. That's one. Number two, I don't want to believe it's true. I don't want to believe that somebody can't figure out that is there women out there who would say that they're pregnant when they're not? Yes, there is. Wholeheartedly, seen it done, everything else. Do I believe there are women out there who are pregnant who says this is your baby when it's not? Yes, I believe it. I've seen it. Do I literally believe that somebody believes that the baby is not the mama's? I've never seen that. I don't believe this story. And I'm hoping that this is just being funny. This is just a ha-ha, because I don't know what the hell a maternity test is to begin with.
It's
But
a maternity. Yeah, there are maternity tests. There really are.
Yes,
Yes.
and
I've
did
heard.
she have something wrong with her own eggs that she needed somebody else's egg implanted in her uterus? That happens too.
That happens, but she is a waitress, and that is a very pricey procedure.
It
Very
is. It
pricey.
is very true.
I'm like, she.
But she could also be the carrier for a wealthier family who paid her to
That's
do it.
what I was gonna
But
say.
anyway, yeah,
Yeah.
we going way out there to try to rationalize this into making sense. I mean, basically, the only way this makes sense, the only way this becomes real for me, is if I add a couple layers, a couple filters. One, he definitely votes Republican. Two,
Yep, sure.
he
That's Trump's
definitely
approach.
believes the election was stolen.
Oh no.
Three, he almost certainly believes that the world is flat.
Yep.
Um, and four, he probably thinks science is witchcraft.
I can't believe I'm saying this. I agree with this. Damn.
this.
That's exactly what. Like, dude, do you not know how basic biology
He's 30
sperm
something years old, unemployed, living at his mama
fertilizes the
house.
egg, and
Yeah,
see then the egg implants on the uterus, and then
He
oh
shouldn't
my,
even be having sex. So I
for
question
real,
her intelligence because
she
you
put
slept with this dude who ain't got no job. He's 32 years
Yeah.
old at his mama's
unemployed,
house.
living his
Un-
mama and daddy's basement.
unless
Probably.
he's unemployed living at his mama's house because he just recently got divorced and he lost his job. Because that could happen. But then he don't need to be having sex right now. Uh,
This is why people believe in mandatory vasectomies. Him right there.
Who believes in a mandatory
Who
vasectomy?
believes in that?
Oh,
Oh,
y'all
shit,
not in the
no.
same Facebook groups I'm in.
Oh, hell no.
I wish you would touch me. See what happened.
That's like saying that women should have mandatory IUDs.
Mm-hmm.
But he
There ain't no but.
no, I'm
What?
just getting
That's
to my
crazy.
next
That's
point. I was getting to my next point. He trifling. He doesn't want to be a father, and he really shouldn't be, because how's he going to financially take care of a child when he doesn't have a job of his own?
That's why he's trying to come up with every excuse in the
Yeah,
world for
that's
this
why he's
not to
trying
be
to.
his.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
he's like, oh well, this is my kid. I don't want
But
to.
here's the funny part. What if, I don't see how it would happen. What if the maternity test shows that the baby is not hers, but the paternity test shows that the baby is his?
Oh.
Big dummy.
That was funny.
I don't think either of them have the money to make that happen.
No.
The child
No.
is definitely
It's a part
his,
of me.
and he's running scared. He should have. He should have. Well, I don't want to go on Medea and say clink clink, because that's not. But wrap it up, dude.
We don't know. We don't know what their family situations are either. We keep assuming that these people don't have any money just because, like they said, she's a waitress and he's unemployed. But if they both
And live
come
with his
from,
mama.
if they both come from
Wealthy
well-heeled families, that could very well be real.
There's no way if she came from that type of family, she would be a waitress.
Upper middle class, she could be doing it because she wants her independence, but she's still living off of her mom and daddy dime.
Why would she then be a
you can
waitress?
you can be a waitress and live.
You could be a waitress. You could be a waitress because that's what you want to do while you studying and going to school or whatever. Because dude talking about being a
She would make more
pathologist.
money as an exotic dancer than she would as a waitress.
Pregnant? And it's
Hey.
not about the
Not
money for
anymore.
everybody. It's not about dollars and cents. So, I mean, I can make more money selling dope, but I ain't going to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Ladies and gentlemen, here come Bubbles with Bubbles Jr.
Or Bubbalea. You don't know.
The friend should tell Dan that the woman is intersex.
She should have impregnated herself.
She ain't. You think this dude don't even know how biology? You think he knows what intersex is?
No,
I'm
that's when you tell
surprised-
your friend, you know what? It might not even be your baby because what if she just sat on a toilet seat and she got pregnant that way?
Yeah. Because everybody knows sperm. You know what sperm is, right, man? You know what that is, right? It can live outside the body. Mm-hmm.
All right, let's go ahead and get to this one. Because here's the video. So the person that's going to be put on the spot, Anna.
Oh, you better be nice to my Anna now.
No, I'm going to put Anna on the spot because Anna knows more about community-based people than all of us. So my question to you, Anna, is this real? Does this exist? So let's get this video on up here.
I'm a 24-year-old female, and my 26-year-old girlfriend fully believes that she's a cat in a human's body. So, my girlfriend and I have been together for nearly 8 months, and she's always been a very quirky and nerdy person. She does cosplays, very into anime and role-playing, etc. Nothing too weird. We've been kinda distant lately with everything going on and with me being an essential worker, so we haven't seen each other and only talk for about half an hour a day. Well, last Tuesday, we got to hang out at her place and she wore cat ears and a belt with a tail the entire time. At first, I thought it was either going to be a romantic surprise or her testing a new cosplay, but nope. She sat me down, asked me if I really do love her, then hit me with a very long monologue that essentially summed up to, I'm a cat in a human body. I wish I was joking. I thought I misunderstood and then believed that maybe it was a weird joke, but she kept being serious about it and doubling down. I left shortly after because I had a shift at work, and I still believed it was an oddly drawn out joke, nothing more. She ended up texting me with resources to help me understand, which is when I realized that she really is serious. Apparently, she believes she's an otherkin, a person who holds the belief that they are not human. She says she was introduced to this by one of her friends months ago and has since joined discords and communities of others like her. Her friend believes he's a demon trapped in a human body. And she sent me a testimonial that was supposed to be touching, but it's basically just a dude thinking he's Naruto. I'm not joking. She explained her otherkin type as being a cat, and now she 100% thinks she's a cat. How did she know she was a cat, you ask? According to her, sleeping a lot, liking the sun, hating water, feeling more comfortable crawling on all floors, and claiming to understand what cats are saying and being able to talk to them through meowing. She's also apparently been distant with nearly everybody we know in real life, as I got multiple messages asking me to let her know to be in touch with them. My head has been spiraling this past week. I keep thinking it's a joke, but nope, she's deathly serious about this, and has handed in her 2 weeks resignation at her job because cats don't work. Again, I wish I was joking. I've been limiting my interactions with her ever since because this is hurting my head a whole lot and I just can't cope. She's also surrounded herself with a large amount of yes men and women who support her 100% and are enabling this. Some even encouraging her to make a Patreon and make otherkin content that they would contribute to, which she brought up when I asked her about quitting her job. To make things worse, I can't discuss this with anyone in real life because I know how crazy it sounds. And I know that leaving her is a valid option, but I'm in love with this woman and now I don't recognize her. And I know that there is something very, very wrong and I can't reach out to her and she refuses to hear anything from me unless it's unconditional support. What the F do I do?
She's stupid.
And it was.
I'm not even. Oh, I'm sorry.
You know what's so sad? I already know the answer because what people don't know is on my system, I can still see everybody. Um, so Anna, what's the verdict?
You guys are going to be quite surprised. Yes, there are people like this.
They're called furries.
That's what I thought they were.
Otherkin. The otherkin are people that, you know, furries just like to adopt the animalistic qualities. Otherkin,
Oh my God.
I don't know any in mine,
Oh
but I do know I've read. Yeah, they do exist.
Yeah, there's a lot of mental illnesses in the world.
There are.
Birds out of the litter box. Oh my
How
God.
you deal with the world is up to you as long as you're not hurting anybody else. You might be hurting yourself. I don't know.
She quit her job because cats don't hurt. For
All I know is if I walk out my house and she's sitting on the roof of my car, I'm hitting her with a rock.
Well, this domestic violence for the win.
Ain't no domestic violence. I'm throwing a rock at a cat. You can say that I'm being, that's animal cruelty, maybe. But
yeah.
see me in court, because who gonna show up? Is it gonna be Kathy or is it gonna be the cat? You know what I'm saying? And if it's a cat, I'm sorry, I don't know that this is
Kathy is the cat.
Yes, Kathy
right, so,
in her world is a cat.
But I'm not worried about the crazy lady. Okay, the crazy lady is a crazy lady. I hope she finds her way. And good luck being a furry, or I mean the other kid, or whatever the hell she thinks she is.
Yeah.
Don't care, really. Don't care. She want to go and do animal weird porn on Patreon. Knock yourself out, lady.
Mm-hmm.
The girlfriend.
You mean the boyfriend?
No, these are women. Both women.
No, these were two women.
The girlfriend.
Two women. I thought you said I am a man. Okay, never mind.
The girlfriend's stupid. Because she's talking about, I don't want to just break up with her because I love her. It's been 8 months. The hell you in love with? 2, you not even in love with the same person that it was 2 months ago.
Or 2 weeks ago. Forget that.
3, your girlfriend thinks she a cat.
Yeah, that's an automatic breakup. That's an automatic. I'm out. I'm done.
If you
That's
stay
it.
with her, man, I mean, you already starting to ghost her. So come on, just be real
Right.
and just let it loose, right? Put it in a humane society shelter, and hope she gets used to canned meat out of a can. Let her
If
go.
it's not for you, it's not for you. Just
Let her
turn
go.
around. Go
Now,
away.
Okay,
I don't kink shame, but I understand sometimes this ain't kink. This is somebody who woohoo. So
Yes, it is. Very.
so
You gotta be careful.
let me put it to you this way. And we always discuss deal breakers, and this is a deal breaker. And I never thought I would actually say that this is a deal breaker because
You don't know anybody like this?
how the fuck did I know these people existed? Here's the deal. If I ever come home, I'm walking in my room, I done had a rough day at work, I'm walking through the house. If I ever see my significant other crawling on all damn fours and licking her damn hand and swiping her head, you got to get the fuck out of here. You got to get the fuck out, or I got to get the fuck out. But somebody get the fuck out. I don't give a damn at this point.
Because it's kind of like what she said early in the story. It's kind of like what she said early in the story.
She thought that was
like this might be some kink stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Let's
get in here and do this, right?
You been playing with this. I don't feel like playing a cat. Surprise! I don't feel like playing a cat.
You're not. You're doing a person that's acting like a cat.
I am not.
But you're saying if Foxy straight up told you I'm a cat, you gone.
You know, it was a lovely 18 years. I got to get the hell up out of here now. I love you. Goodbye.
You're not even going to offer counseling first?
She thinks she's a cat.
You might need some medication. Or maybe you've been misled your whole life thinking you're a human.
Or she thinks she's a cat.
But what kind of cat?
I don't give a fuck.
There's only 3 types of cats. It's not like dogs where there's a Saint Bernard and a German Shepherd.
There's a whole lot of different kind of
There's
cats.
3
Calico
cats. They all look just
Persian
alike.
cats.
All cats look just alike.
My human wife thinks she's is. She thinks she's a cat.
But what if she's a tiger? Or a lioness?
A
regal cat.
Look, then guess what happens is, guess what happens is she thinks she's a tiger. Who's not going to sleep that night?
Probably you, because she gonna maul you to death.
Exactly. Nope.
But you have your very own tiger.
I'm not a tiger.
Tigress,
I'm not a dog. I'm not an eagle. I'm not a snake. I am a human being. We've known this for 20 years.
She is tired of pretending to be something that she's not.
That's her damn problem. Let's say that way.
Her true self.
You know what?
Get the hell about this house, then.
I used to believe that when people would say there's somebody for everybody, that was just a lie. No, I take that back now. There's truly somebody for everybody. Because this mess right here, you got to get out of my face, bro. You a what? I'm a Saint Bernard. No. Look here, Benji. Why don't you go on over where you live at, get yourself a bowl of something, and leave me alone? Because I can do better. I don't have to be you.
You know the cat always finds his way home, so you can kick her out. She'll be back. She'll be back. And it's going to be one of your crazy neighbors that keeps setting food out for her. You come home, and there's a plate of meatloaf sitting over there on the porch.
Cats don't eat meatloaf; they drink milk.
But she's a human cat, so she like meatloaf and sweet potatoes. So
I got an actual cat that does like meatloaf, but go ahead.
Yeah, see.
Yeah, Benji can take his mess on somewhere.
Y'all need to stop being so discriminatory.
Ain't nobody gonna say. So, Steve, you lying. If your wife came up to like, I'm a bear inside. That's who I identify with Yogi and Smokey and whatever other bear there is.
I got good insurance. We will have her with somebody who can medicate her goofy ass by Wednesday. You know,
But what if that therapist
Why?
says, you know
Okay,
what?
wait a minute. Hold on.
She
I'm
is a
so
bear.
confused.
Why can't you accept that she's a bear? Why?
I am so. Thank you, Tracy. I am so confused when it comes
no,
to
don't be
Thea.
confused.
Yeah, it is. When it comes to Thea, he already want to go ahead and put her in the damn padded room and everything else. When
Yeah.
it comes to me, you want to talk about love and trust and understanding and who's
No,
you need
because
to
with
go ahead.
you,
What
no,
the hell is this?
your
Why are you
solution,
sticking me with a damn cat?
no, because your solution just left her out there. My solution is let's get her help. And if I can't get her help, I'll get her committed. But either way, she'll have professionals helping her. You just more like, yo, I'm about this house or you about this house. One of the two happen.
It's one of the two. I'm not
So,
gonna see what some man. I think
I still want you to be
I
safe.
think I'm a German Shepherd.
so who do I
Boy, get
call?
out my face.
So who do I call? Mental health or a vet?
Call mental health first. And then once they confirm that she is in fact a cat, she'll be sent off to the Humane Society and hopefully somebody get to her before they put her down.
And they're gonna be like, "Why you bringing us this person? This obvious person?"
I have this letter from the doctor that says that
should
this
have
is
their
not
license revoked.
that this is
Their
not a
license
person.
needs to
This
be
is a
revoked.
cat. So
Their
this is in your
license needs to
jurisdiction.
be revoked if they're gonna sign off on some mess like that.
Now I got to sue you for discrimination because I got to find a way to get this cat some help. And you saying you don't even take cats just because you don't like my cat. You know what I'm saying? So now I got to sue you. I'm gonna own everything you got.
But yet he would commit his significant other. He wouldn't take nothing.
I'm gonna need that money to help pay for her room and board in the psychiatric
But
facility.
that's a lot of money.
I didn't need this money.
I'm a sue for a lot of money.
Who you suing?
The Humane Society that refused to take her, even though I had a doctor's note.
And why should the doctor not have his license revoked? Who says he's a doctor?
The doctor did a good faith examination and multiple consultations, and they tried medication and it didn't work. And it had to come to, you know what? Sometimes you have to accept another person's truth, even when you think it's a lie. And then you go, and there you go. And then now you saying I can't turn in my cat. And I'm just saying you take cats here. I see cats all behind you.
And I see a human being. That's what I see.
This will be the funniest evaluation I have ever.
Yeah, some doctor, you know what? She really is a cat. And I think I'm a cat too. Yep, that's it. We're both cats. We'll just run off together. That's what we'll do.
Ma'am, you really think that you're a cat? So what makes you think that you're a cat? It's the stupidest evaluation. I want video of this because you're telling me, Thea's is telling me my evaluation came, and what I have come to the conclusion is because she said that she is a cat. So
yeah, she's a cat.
You take from that what you want.
I'm not the medical professional here. I have to rely on the medical professional.
There's no reason why.
Yeah, and neither is the doctor that evaluated her.
Besides, when the doctor was examining her, she was purring. And that's what I mean. Bam, so what makes you think that you're a cat?
But you know one thing that gets overlooked in this whole story?
Yeah.
Her booty stank.
Or the barrel used to smell like fish.
Yeah, her booty definitely stank.
How?
Because it says she don't like water.
Yeah, and I thought cats like
so that means
water.
She ain't bathing. Her booty stank.
She turned in her 2-week resignation. I'm surprised they didn't fire her.
How she turned a 2-week resignation when she a cat?
Thank you. She's got problems.
How you gonna stay in this relationship with me if you a cat? Don't you want to get you a cat? I'm not a cat.
How did you talk?
Why are you talking to me like
I might have a kitty cat, but I ain't a cat.
I don't even think her butt stank.
No, her butt stank.
No, because she just licks herself.
She can't lick down there that well unless she's a contortionist. And now you might need to work on. Maybe we do need to stay together. She got that flexibility thing going on.
Yeah.
You know, might be some possibilities. You know. But now her booty stank. She don't like water.
Foxy's videos of the week. let's go ahead and get this little bullshit ass video out the damn way. And I'm saying with all the cuss words that I could possibly say because I am insulted. Was mean spirited. This has all the writings of just being a butt and everything else, but this is Foxy's videos. I'm gonna go ahead and show it. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I am utterly and 100% assaulted by it. I don't like it. I didn't like it when I first saw it. I still don't like it now, but I love her. And I said I was gonna show the video, so I'm gonna go ahead and show the video. But I'm gonna tell you off the damn bat that I protested like an MFer because I don't believe in crap like this.
So long as she don't say she a cat.
No, this is worse. This is a whole lot worse.
Because then you're going to try to kick her out the house.
This is a whole lot worse than that is. This is a whole lot worse. This is an insult on me, our marriage, and everything else that we have grown accustomed to as a happy married couple. And then she does turn around and does some crap like this. So go ahead and just get it out the way.
Walmart shoplifter takes $85 worth of mayonnaise, leaves baby behind. I have so many questions. Where does one hide $85 worth of mayonnaise on their body? What does someone do with $85 worth of mayonnaise? Why steal mayonnaise instead of literally anything else? Why bring your baby with you to your shoplifting spree? Did she put the baby where the mayonnaise used to be, like some sort of Indiana Jones things where he replaces the gold thing with a bag of sand?
This woman was having a mental crisis.
Uh-huh.
I can guarantee that she was having a mental crisis because she chose mayonnaise, and only crazy people choose mayonnaise.
Thank you, for real. I'm just saying. Mayonnaise, lady, come on. And you left your baby behind. Let's just not even say she left the baby. And I'm with that guy. What are you stealing? If you're gonna steal, and I'm not saying stealing is right, stealing is wrong. It's morally, it's wrong. But mayonnaise.
Right. I mean, of all the things
mayonnaise, of all the things you could have stolen, mayonnaise. And 80, not just one jar of mayonnaise. $85 worth of crap. You literally
that's like
just
300
said,
jars
hey,
of nastiness.
You just said, you know what? I'm gonna take the nastiest thing in the entire store. What could I steal? Mayonnaise. Yep.
So they're saying that she left the baby. She ain't leave the baby. The baby left her because
the baby was like,
I ain't
nah,
where we got that mayonnaise.
Nope, I'm not gonna deal with some lady stealing $85 worth of some nasty trifling mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise. It ain't even a real condiment.
Thank you.
Just goo.
Just big old white nothing.
I hate you all. I hate you all with such a passion. You can't imagine.
Just saying.
She the one was dumb enough to steal, then dumb enough to steal mayonnaise, and then dumb enough to leave her baby behind.
Yeah, I don't have no problem with people stealing food, real talk, but she didn't even steal food. She stole mayonnaise.
Yeah,
you stealing food because you don't have enough money to buy the food.
She could have just asked up front, hey, you got something you need to throw away? And they'd be like, hey, we got all these cases of mayonnaise.
Yeah, we got these mayonnaise. They all right here. Just take them. Here, you can have them.
Mickey, I couldn't show your video. That was a little...
Ain't nobody got some time sit here. Wait, she should get 20 years in prison. 19 of those are for stealing the mayonnaise. One for leaving her baby behind because that child deserves a better parent than that.
Well, that might have been, the good thing. Now, I do feel bad that I'm poking fun at someone who is almost certainly in some form of crisis. But now that we picking fun, the baby just got, it's probably better off for the baby because now the baby will be with somebody else who could be a better parent. Yeah, because who needs somebody eating mayonnaise? Steal something like, I don't know, meat, potatoes, baby formula, diapers. I hope the baby goes home with somebody who eats barbecue sauce. That's what I hope. I hope the baby go home with somebody who eats barbecue sauce, and they don't have to deal with mayonnaise no more.
I'm not needed here. Y'all go ahead. Y'all get on
mayonnaise. How you gonna sit here and think, you know what?
Oh, Marlon mad
Look,
because we talking about mayonnaise because
it's disgusting.
that's probably the part of the story he agreed with. He's like, well, you know, she shouldn't
It
steal,
would, but it
but if you go steal something, get you some mayonnaise.
Yeah,
You know?
go down fighting.
You know.
Go down with some dignity. Mayonnaise. Why would you steal 85? Where you gonna put it?
You know, we're getting stuck on the $85, but really, wasn't she wrong when she crossed over too?
She was wrong when she picked up the first one.
Right, when she picked up the first bottle and it said
She was
$1.95.
already wrong.
She was already wrong.
Like, girl, sit down somewhere. No, you didn't. And how come she didn't confuse it with the Miracle Whip, which is exactly the same thing?
Same thing.
Oh, one's got more vinegar than the other one. They the same. Look on the ingredients. They're
Miracle Whip
exactly
wasn't
the
on
same.
sale. That's what happened. It wasn't on sale. You know.
I work with a bunch of a-holes. I just really do. I knew this was gonna happen, but
And you chose to show it. That's your fault.
And I decided to show it. So the next time,
Mayonnaise mama.
Never happen again. Next video is really, really short, only about 20 seconds, but it was just real funny to me because it was true.
Rescue chicken learning to walk again with therapy wheelchair. Y'all need to go ahead and put this dude in a deep fryer and stop wasting my god dang tax dollars. Well, I owe.
They spend more money trying to take care of that damn chicken than they do taking care of somebody that they walk past on the street that needed a sandwich.
And they could have used that chicken for the sandwich.
I don't know. It looked like it was a rooster.
That might have been a rooster, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want to eat that.
I mean, desperate times sometimes call for desperate.
They do call for it. Yeah, they do call for it. Let me check my notes first. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Let me walk back to the podium so I can look. Yep.
Thank you, Nikki. Thank you so much. The two people who have the most.
We don't have dead taste buds. We have live taste buds.
Thank you, Nikki. Thank you, Nikki.
I get what y'all trying to go, but here's the thing. You know as well as I do that mayonnaise, y'all eat it because of the texture and not the taste, because mayonnaise doesn't really have a taste.
It don't taste like nothing.
Has a taste to it.
Yeah, it's gross.
It's nasty. That's the taste.
It tastes like bad texture. That's what it does. It tastes like bad texture.
Good for is if you run
out
of
eggs. The funny thing about it, but y'all think I'm going to listen to somebody who literally has a category of I'm not going to eat food that float, and B, we got somebody who wants to put a ice cream sundae on a waffle.
That's brilliant.
And call it a meal, a breakfast.
That's dessert.
And while both of our positions may be controversial to some,
people do.
Mayonnaise is disgusting.
Nasty.
It's not controversial. It's crazy.
You know what mayonnaise is good for? Throwing in the trash.
No, well, you can hide a little bit of it in potato salad. That's about it.
If you put a little bit of mayonnaise in potato salad, you are so not ever coming to another cookout a day in your life.
That's what I'm saying, but you got to hide it though.
Crunch your potatoes and pickles for the rest of our night.
My point is, the only place that mayonnaise needs to be is in potato salad and deviled eggs. That's it. It don't belong nowhere. You should not be able to look at something and say, "Ooh, there is weird white creamy stuff
on top of my sandwich."
On top of an otherwise perfectly good meal.
And juice mayonnaise. That makes a good sandwich.
You know what makes a good sandwich? Something without mayonnaise on it.
No, because you people would sit there and just put mustard and ketchup on whatever.
We sure
would. I don't put ketchup on a sandwich, but I use spicy mustard.
Yeah, I don't put ketchup on a sandwich. That's nasty.
What do you put on a hot dog?
Mustard. Yeah. Barbecue sauce if I'm desperate, but them the only two that's gonna hit that
ketchup.
hot dog.
I don't put ketchup on the hot dog.
And I'll definitely not put mayonnaise on no hot dog. Hey, how do we take this and make it totally disgusting? Mayonnaise.
Yeah, let me go in the store and steal something. My baby's out of food. I'm gonna steal some mayonnaise.
You know what? Growing up, every time I had a hot dog, somebody would always come by and try to steal my hot dog. But I found out how to make sure no one ever steals my food again.
Put mayonnaise on it.
We're so moving on to the next video. I'm not speaking to dead taste buds crew.
We got live taste buds.
Put mayonnaise on the ground and the ant will walk around it.
If you're like, nah, I can't eat this.
I don't know what this is. I ain't.
Yeah, they don't have no taste buds, Mickey.
Mayonnaise literally has like no taste. It's one of the main
It's just because
qualities of
it's
it.
a lot more appealing than what he produces.
Oh, wow, Ricky. Yeah, read it again, sis. You'll get it. Because
Talking about my videos.
No, it's something else that you produce, but never mind.
I helped produce 3 wonderful children, and I swear that they have far more value than mayonnaise.
I put ketchup, mustard, on my homemade onion. Yeah.
No, but
I don't know what an onion
ketchup
sauce
and
is.
mayonnaise are the two, and hot sauce are the 3 top disgusting condiments ever.
I don't do
I like hot sauce. I'm sorry.
People be I'm gonna put it on my eggs. For what?
You don't like eggs.
You don't like eggs, so
I
that's
sure don't. They nasty too.
All right, if anybody can explain what this dude is talking about in the next video, I mean, pretty much he's already lying, but you know, if you're gonna lie, can you actually like make sense of your lie and just not just talk?
Last night at about 9:45 p.m., I was in Phoenix, Arizona on 24th Street and Van Buren in front of McDonald's. A homeless person approached me asking me for money. I said that I have no money. He then pulled a knife on me. I tried to get out of the situation. He sliced my shirt and cut me. I then went into kill mode. I went into martial arts style. I then swiped his feet from underneath him. I broke his ribs, arm, and nose. Then I went for the kill. Then the Lord spoke to me and I backed off. Another gang member pulled out a gun and was going to shoot him. I stopped him. I yelled, "Someone call the cops." I texted my girlfriend, Blank, and said, "Help, I'm in danger, call the cops." I then dialed 911. They arrived on the scene. They took him down immediately. I said, "He's in critical condition." They also handcuffed me and taped off the area. Helicopters were everywhere. They asked me why I didn't notify the sheriff's department when I arrived in Phoenix, Arizona, because I am a martial artist 2nd degree black belt. I said that's not the law. They released me an hour later. Right now, status of the guy, he's in critical condition in the ICU right now. Hands off, ladies, I'm totally spoken for. I know all you ladies who read this are dying to get with me, but I have a girlfriend. You know I have a girlfriend because I said it in this totally believable story I just wrote.
And what is his girlfriend's name? Plastic Doll?
I don't know, but it was long as hell.
Here's my deal. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through it while obviously we know it's bullshit. I just want to call the bullshit out. Number one, anybody who does a type of martial arts, karate, taekwondo, jiu-jitsu, they're going to say that name. Nobody's going to say, "So I started doing martial arts." What martial arts did you do?
Dude.
Number two, you attacked the homeless person who attacked you first. I'm going by what you're saying. The homeless person attacked you, and then you come out with the other gang member. Where the hell did the other gang member come from? Did you just say you was dealing with a homeless person? Where did the gang member come from?
That's his gang.
Number three, then you got helicopters and people, the police, and why you didn't call the sheriff department when you was in town, because somehow, somewhere, you gonna believe that we need to call the sheriff department because you are 2nd degree anything. 2nd degree, whatever. you're more experienced than 70% of the people. You ain't that damn dangerous that you need to call the sheriff before you come into town. You are like 2 degrees below person that may have to call in. If you're gonna lie, I've always told my children this. If you're gonna lie, make it a good lie. Try to fool me. You're not even trying. You're just throwing out bullshit and hoping some 11-year-old kid believe you.
He said ladies. He didn't say nothing about no child. He said ladies.
That was absolutely terrible.
Like some woman won.
For his own child, trying to convince himself that he's a man, saying he's an empty.
Mhm.
It was just he cut my shirt and he cut me.
And
So
I
I'm
went
going
into kill
to
mode.
martial arts.
Everybody knows you don't use martial arts to kill. At least that's what I've always thought.
I
There
apologize.
is one, but that's where you know you're going to be stationed. Hint, hint. You're stationed in an area where it's just that hostile. And no, they really don't. They teach
Hey,
it and they really don't teach it in the United States.
hey. Um, I
Yeah.
need to jump off. So I just want to tell everybody, good night. Love
Have
y'all.
have a really good sleep
Okay.
tonight,
Good
dear.
night, Diz.
Hope
That's the
everything's
goal. We'll see.
okay.
That's well, good night, Diz. I appreciate you being on the show tonight. I will see you next week.
Yes, sir. Thank y'all, everybody.
Have a good one. All right, so Diz abandoned us. He is such an expert in
He
martial arts.
was hanging on.
As soon as he saw the. And by the way, so he leg sweep and somehow the leg sweep broke his ribs, nose, and arm or something else. So
Because
I
if
don't
he
know.
leg sweep, wouldn't he land on his back?
Yeah, and that's pretty much it.
See, I don't fight, but
He
dude,
broke a rib, a neck, a
I still want to know the
torso.
name of his girlfriend. I mean, when he blows her up, like, does he take her out like on occasions, or does he just like put her in the car when he's driving so he doesn't, so he can be? Now, some states have it. You can only be in the fast lane if you have a passenger beside you, and he just puts that there and tells everybody, "Oh, that's my girlfriend."
I'm trying to figure out why he called the girlfriend all of a sudden. Hey, I need help.
Don't
Where
you
did
know how
that
to
come
call
from? See,
911? It's the same in every city in America.
well, it's funny to me that he seemed
911.
like he had the thing under control. So you call the girlfriend for what? Seemed like you had everything under complete control. You knocking out homeless people and gang members and
And why would a homeless person pull out a knife? Because you say you don't got money. They normally just leave you.
is some
That's what I always thought. I always thought it was like a last resort. Like you don't use it unless you absolutely have to.
the original mentality is of protection, but the result is to get away. So you're going to use this whatever. So it's kind of. I'm not saying you did it on purpose, Mickey. It's kind of a catch question. Martial arts is used as a last resort. Your last resort is to get away. So your martial arts training is to get away or protect somebody else.
And he wasn't
So
protecting anybody up there
you
blind.
sit there doing leg sweep and breaking arms and everything. So we're gonna go ahead and get to the last video and get on up out of here. So I pretty much figure both of y'all will like this video because it's petty and y'all both like petty stuff. But hey, sometimes yeah, you Mickey, you will understand as soon as you see
You
this.
called me Mickey.
That's Anna.
Because I'm literally so tired right now. So I apologize, Anna.
That's Anna. And I'm Tracy.
Whatever you say, Theus. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to this last video. The point is pettiness.
Seriously, could you be scanning any slower?
I'd say this is a pretty standard pace.
Well, some of us actually have lives and things we have to get to today, so hurry up. Did you hear me, grocery gopher? Scan faster. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did you say you had somewhere to be?
Yes.
Oh, gotcha.
You're really gonna move at this speed?
Well, it is the speed that you deserve, so.
I can do this myself way faster.
Self-checkout was very much an option available to you.
I don't have all day.
But I do. Where's the barcode on this one?
At the bottom.
Where?
At the bottom.
Oh.
Yep, that's me, Pat. Yep, that's me all day. Yep, I'm gonna slow down for you, Karen. Hey, Karen. You know you could.
I would do that.
Yep, I would. Not proud of it, but yep, I would do that. Yep.
Yep.
Can you scan any faster? Can you? You know the self checkout lane is over there. You do know that, right?
I would literally do that with no problem whatsoever.
I just love how the grocery store was in his kitchen, though. That was hilarious.
Yeah. With the Karen, yes, that's totally called for.
If you ever want to piss me off, because I read and listen to a lot of things, don't snap at me.
Ooh.
Snapping just seems like really trying to treat me like an animal. I'm going to hurt your feelings. I'm not your dog. And if anything, I'm going to move a whole lot slower.
I'll be like, manager, I need some help. I can't locate this barcode. It's not working. See, she don't. Karen don't want none of this pettiness. Karen don't want none of this pettiness.
You don't mess with the wrong person. Don't snap at me.
And don't say you people either. Oh boy.
And by the way, I'm gonna stop this real quick. I'm gonna play the go out music. And by the way, you ignorant little bastards out there that come up with these stupid ass slogans for people just to assault them, grocery gophers and all them, go to hell. Because you literally went out of your way to come up with a name just to insult people. Live a life or go get some or do something, but you ignorant people are bugging the crap out of me.
Order online. You know you can order your groceries online.
No, because the whole mentality is they got to insult people. I've said this before on this show. In order to make yourself look bigger, you got to make other people smaller.
Smaller, yep.
And that's the issue with it. So when you sit there and come up with food gopher or whatever, really, you literally sat in your living room and come up with, what could I possibly come up with to insult these people more? Let me see. Grocery gopher. That'll hurt them. Come on, man. Y'all some tripe. The snapping is just as bad as with somebody whistling to get.
I wish somebody would.
I wish you would whistle at me.
No. Oh, you gonna get. I don't even cuss, but you might get it. You might get me to say something I ain't never said.
And the funny thing about it is, I don't mind somebody saying, "Excuse me." I don't have no problem. Excuse me.
Oh no, it's.
Who the fuck is you talking to? You need to go get your children. That's the only people you be allowed to say that to. Because it ain't me.
Yeah, you can't just talk to people anyway and call them anything you want.
He insulted me. Sure did. What's your point? Please have a point. Anyway, I'm getting Anna, tell everybody where they can find you.
At borreliaetc.com. BORRELIAETC.com.
I had to get to Anna first before she fell asleep on us. So Tracy, tell everybody where they can find you.
TracyMediaLLC.com. Every platform of mine is there.
So tomorrow's show is definitely coming on. Tomorrow Liz will not be with us. I understand that, but tomorrow's show we are going to get right back into the after effect of what the Supreme Court did with the abortion right, the effects of what Biden has signed into effect Friday. And we're going to get into the shooting that happened in Illinois at the parade. It is the same week of it. And see all the BS because that's what I really want to concentrate on so everybody will keep knowledge of it. The BS of the gaslighting that came from it all, because that's pretty much at this point, that's all they can say. 99 everyone, Tracy, whatever you do when you go to bed, don't have nightmares and they don't come.
Now you done spoke that mess into existence.
No.
I know how to rebuke stuff. Thank you.
Until next time, we will see you when we see you. Peace.